I know. William Roberts, man, I feel you on that, man. I'm telling you right now, it's going to get better. How long have I been saying that? Smooth. Are you ready, brah? Come on in, Smooth. It's not funny. I know I've got to get better, and there are things that I could do earlier that would prevent these miseries from coming in here crying about, I'm sorry I didn't. Okay. Fam, Lynch and Shanahan, they definitely owe Mr. Irrelevant. They owe him big time. And I'll tell you why, if you don't already know. The 49ers 2022 draft resulted in grounds for actually firing Lynch and Shanahan. See, I've never been a proponent of that. I'm a little soft when it comes to that kind of thing. Things happen, sometimes out of your control. Everybody deserves to be forgiven at least once or twice. But the 49ers may have done, they're not going anywhere. And I don't want them to either. But that is GM John Lynch, Coach Shanahan at this point have to be considered. A little bit of music to guys like Texas Boy, Rams fans, various clubs around the, maybe not Texas Boy, because, I mean, if you're Texas Boy, you ain't got, nothing's funny to you if you're a Cowboy fan. But if you're, this is everybody but us, the Niner fans, we are not amused. It's actually debatable as to whether the leading duo has dodged several bullets since arrival in 2017, actually. Jalen, I know if you're watching, bro, I told you that a long time ago. I know. But, some of the best coaches of all time, legends, started off a lot like Lynch and Shanahan. But, for sure, one shot that could have ended their time, though, in Santa Clara was that 2022 draft, fam, which was one of the reasons the team ran completely out of serviceable players just this last season. I mean, most people probably didn't reflect on that much, but we didn't have no well to reach into. Why? Tell you about that. Brock Purdy was drafted in 2022, and in fact, he was the last player picked in the draft, which is pretty ironic on a lot of levels regarding this whole tragic matter. The Niners phones, we go to review the 2022 draft to shed some light on why, indeed, the failure to land any other viable talents in that year, other than Brock Purdy in 2022, may have led to this year's 2025. It was desperate draft. It was, your whole defensive line, God, you got holes all over the roster. If we didn't have 11 picks this year, honestly, dead meat. And we still have to worry about that. Because those guys got to be good. By the way, anything else you want to pull up and discuss, bring it. Oh, here we go. Colin Cowherd. Isn't he special? Cowherd has already gotten on us right off. He predicts another rough year for the Niners, citing a very poor draft, strong NFC West rivals, and a likely last-place finish in the division. Rudy, you and Cowherd, y'all get together all the time and have these discussions before he gets on, don't you? Both of you guys can eat you-know-what and die. Fam, after an NFL draft, grades are immediately issued. We all do it. Everybody does it. It's just what you do. If you're a football fan, period, it's fun to assess what you believe is going to be the case with all the bodies that you pulled in for your team. It's understandable. It's a good time, all right? But in order to give an accurate assessment of a given player, you have to wait. You do. 3 seasons for the athlete and his class to find footing in the NFL before you even begin to start making any conclusions. Everybody does it. I've already said C.J. West's going to be the baddest dude in the league. He may not be. He hasn't even played a game yet, but I can't wait to see him play. That's a big monster. See, it's that kind of dude who goes out into the bush, kills his own meat, and devours it right out there in the bush and leaves the rest for the hyenas who were afraid to attack him while he was eating. I'm telling you, I love this dude, man. The Niners 2022 draft class finished up its third season the past 2024 season. The report card is now in. See, this is the way it works. You get 1 year to come in and stumble around. You get 2 years. Okay, you ready? 3 years, you better have some fruit to bear. We already know that the 2022 draft class wasn't very productive top to bottom. It's a big reason 49ers struggled with depth last season. There was no well to go to. I hadn't thought about that until I was reading some stuff. Damn, that's right. That class bottomed out. It was the worst. In fact, the 1922 class was so bad that if Jed York wasn't so forgiving, that huge faux pas might have led to firing of Shanahan and Lynch. But it would be shallow on his part to do that, though. Because everybody can't be Howie Rosen. Howie Rosen, that dude. Unfortunately for John and Kyle, the Niners' final pick in a dreadful draft, Brock Purdy was the last guy picked. He was Mr. Irrelevant. He was the only guy in that draft that was worth a damn. Isn't that crazy? The last guy picked. Mr. Irrelevant put the team in a spot to continue being productive even after a mostly non-impactful draft class. Are either Lynch or Shanahan Irish? I mean, fam, because the thing is they've got to carry shamrocks in the pocket at all the time. Shanahan, that is Irish, isn't it? Man, the luck is unreal. Look, just real quick, I'll go to the picks. Pick 261, Drake Evans. By the way, Drake Evans is mad as hell. I guess people throwing stuff at him, right? He's quoted as saying, he did this on IG. Y'all crazy if y'all don't think I'm wreaking havoc on that field this year. Unquote. Okay, Drake. Drake, you know what? I'd love to see that. Really would. Because then you'd add more depth in that class that you came from. Finally. Anyway, Drake injuries cost Jackson any chance of finding his footing. So his first season provided a good foundation after the notch. He had three sacks, 1 INT in 8 games, breakups in that 15 games. He came back second season. He put on a little weight. He looked like he was ready to roll. Year 2 is when things went south. Though Jackson had 3 sacks opener against the Steelers. Remember that? We're looking at Drake Jackson. Whoa! Ow! Drake was dropping the Steelers right and left. One sack after another. I said, we finally got you some help, Nicky. We got you some help. Wrong. No. That was it for his production that year. Wound up suffering an injury in week 8. Cost him the rest of the 2023 season. And all of 2024, as you know. Now, after missing a season and a half, it appears he's on the outside looking in at the roster spot. This is the final year of his rookie contract. Drake, boy, you better bring it, man, because I tell you what. Ooh, they brought him some dudes, man. You can have a lot of trouble beating them dudes out, man. Drake, good luck to you, brah. That's a fail. Drake is a fail, though. Man, he'll get a chance to undo. It's like preliminary hearing said he failed. He's an appeal now. He's going to come in. He's going to show you he's worth whatever happens next. If he can make something happen next. In round 3, TDP, Tyrion Davis Price. Fam, you know what? TDP may be one of the reasons why Coach Shanahan has been reassigned and says, Kyle, here's what you do, Kyle. I want you to stay on over there with the offensive, sit down with your little pad and start drawing up plays. We're going to handle this from here on, okay? You can have some input, but we'll make the choices, okay? TDP, day 2 running back shot his integrity, man. Kyle, shot him right in the face. Davis Price should have never found his way to the Niners' big board. It really, I don't even know how that happened. They don't mention that. But TDP ran 40 times for 120 yards in 7 games for the Niners. No need for a calculator, fam. That's 3 damn yards a carry. Whew, man, only 6 of those went for first downs. Fail. Round 3, Danny Gray. I felt sorry for Danny Gray. A lot of us who've been crying for speed down through the years. Who is that? Let's get on next. We used to always complain, Kyle, get somebody who can run, damn it. Boy, do you know, in fact, now that I mentioned that, do you know Cowing, the 49ers were having them struggling to make up their mind as to whether they wanted to draft him or not last year? Well, he's and they drafted another couple of bodies. He may not make it this year. Speed used to kill. Kyle Shanahan, remember Marquise Goodwin? Boy, I love me some Marquise Goodwin. He could take the top off any defense in the league. But he had other issues. Danny played in 13 games, fam, as a rookie. Caught 1 of 7 targets for 10 yards. He also notched 1 carry for 9. I remember. You remember that? I remember. See, this is the thing. He didn't do so much. You can remember what he did. I remember that carry. We got all excited. He came around that corner, sweep, bam! Oh! Highlight reel over. Niners stashed him on the IR in 2023, and he was let go before the 2024 season. Fail. Another fail. And Lynch and Shanahan are directly held responsible. Now, if I'm Lynch and Shanahan, I call up every damn scout I got. You're on notice. Scout, what? Listen, I'm taking the heat for that 2022 draft, and I relied upon you for your insights and the things that you came with me with. And I am just letting you know, I just not personal, but if you do that again, okay. Because, everybody, it goes down the chain. Round 4, Spencer Burford. Burford is the first player on this list who made any kind of impact. I'm still burning behind what happened in last Super Bowl year before last. But no one play should be cause to be bitter toward any one player. Chris Jones is a handful. Anyway, he'll enter training camp this year. Burford wasn't really bad at left guard, at left tackle last year. Maybe he has finally arrived. I don't mind keeping him. He'll enter training camp this year with a chance to compete for the starting left guard job or even open swing tackle spot. Remember Brunskill? He could be our next Brunskill. He's now looking like a viable NFL offensive lineman. I ain't mad at him no more. I've gotten over it. To see. You can give him a passing grade at least. All right. Round 5, pick 172. Cornerback Samuel Womack. Remember, we all looked at him in preseason. He was just like his little body, man, but he was all fire. I'll never forget that play in preseason. Long, tall receiver. Womack was, coaches tell you, get in his hip pocket, because he's driving down the field. Womack was doing all of that. When it came to the end zone shot, this is where Womack got tested, and I was so proud of him, I didn't know what to do. Big receiver. Stretched out and kept on stretching out. Womack down below. He just looked like, oh man, Womack was in his chest. You can see Womack was just battling. I said, look at that. Look at that. That dude did not catch that ball either. Oh, I like this little dude's got a lot of fire. He ain't worried about who big this dude is. I'm Samuel Womack. He's going down. That was the last. He had 2 INTs in the preseason debut and won the starting nickel cornerback job out of starting camp. By week 3, fam, benched, and he never made his way back onto the starting lineup before being cut at the end of last year's training camp. I think that's when Diamador Lenore made his entrance. Yeah. And, yeah. How did that happen? But listen, here's the thing. Womack goes to Indy. 4 INTs and 8 starts across 17 games with the Colts last season. With the Niners in 2 years, he played in 23 games primarily as a special teams contributor. Chris Sorensen, I'm looking at you, man. Sammy does not get a failing grade. You do. How the hell didn't you find a way to use him? He did all right in Indy. This is one of those situations I'm not blaming Womack. If I could get him back, I think I would. In round 6, we had a whole lot of picks, fam. How many times have I brought up Nick Zakelj as I always use him as a punchline or a joke or a point to put in humor. I said Nick Zakelj was an offensive tackle in college, so Niners moved him to the interior where he's competed at guard and center. Learning new positions on the fly I understand it. It's hard to do, all right, especially at this level. Every time I look up and see Nick Zakelj, every week we look at Nick Zakelj. All the healthy scratches, blah, 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 Nick Zakelj. Week after Nick Zakelj. I kept wondering, Nick, was he a project coming in? How long do we carry on with projects? That's a spot that we could put another project in if nothing else. We don't have to continue with this one. It's not working. He's still with us. Nick has played 26 games with 2 starts across his 3 seasons. Dude is huge, though. I didn't really realize how big Zakelj is huge. Yeah, I saw him standing next to some other guys. You never know. You can't. You got nothing to measure a guy by. You see him standing to his teammates. Zakelj, he looked like King Kong compared to the rest of the guys out there. I said, oh, okay. Maybe they're thinking 49ers, we can finally mold him into the monster we think he can be. Okay. So I'm going to give that a passing grade. Nick, come on, man, because you know what? If you could take Jake Brendel out of that center position, please, Nick, get better. You can do it. You know what I like about Nick, too? I understand he talks a lot of trash. If you can antagonize defensive linemen, because you know how I feel about Richie Incognito, I wouldn't have, if I had young players on my team, I wouldn't say, guys, I don't want you hanging out with Richie after the game, though. But listen, don't be uncordial or anything toward him, but just I don't want you hanging around him too much. Because Richie Incognito was unstable as far as I'm concerned mentally. So, but that's good. For a football player that can apply himself and be a little out of his mind, I got no problem with that, though. Roll him in the cage and lock that up and let him out for the game and put him back in there after it's over. Also, Khalil Davis. I like Khalil Davis. A knee injury he suffered in college kept Davis from contributing as a rookie. We brought him in. We put a red shirt on him. I got him all ready for a whole year. He played 3 games in 2023 and then 13 last year. In 16 games as a pro, he has 13 tackles and 1 sack. Davis' roster spot is in jeopardy, to say the least, heading into this 4th season. I like the way he moves, though. The dude is fast. The 49ers brought in all these new talents. Khalil, bye, bro. You ain't gonna be. If you make this team, I'll be out. Boy, I'll be shocked. Good luck to you. Round 6. Here's the one we all got fooled. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. Tariq Castro Fields. Remember? This dude, I mean, you couldn't, what was not to like about him? Physically, optics said this dude is a bad boy. Long, tall. He didn't make the cut for the Niners and wound up in Washington, where he played 10 games across 2 seasons. Last year for the Panthers, he finally ended up there. When you end up in the Panthers at this point in time, that means you're really a bad football player. The Panthers would sign anybody. He played, Rudy, you can go sign for the Panthers. They let you play. Last year, the Panthers, he played in 2 games. Tariq has yet to record a pass breakup or an INT as a pro. Fam, who picked him out? Who picked him out? There's some scouts I'd actually, well, you're going to run out of scouts. Well, I'd call these guys in and ask them, I want you, and I flew you in here. I just want you to explain to me. Let's run the tape. Take a look. Now, what compelled you to tell me that this is a guy we should be bringing in for a look? I just need to know that in order to be able to tell you what I'm going to tell you next. I'd be the worst. I mean, if I'm in charge and scouts bring me absolute garbage, because I'm going to get crap for it. So God. And missing on a 2021 first pick can be forgiven. That player not making the roster is tough to excuse, though. Round 7. Yes. Sound the horns, please. There it is. Roll that red carpet down through there. And I never would have believed it. In fact, I saw him on the field early on in the season. Remember how I got on? Who was that wide receiver that was wide open in the end zone and Brock hit him and went right through his hands? I was mad. I was mad for the entirety of that season. I made comparisons with bad football players, and who was that guy? Anyway, boy, Brock Purdy. He may be the reason why the 49ers held on to Lynch and Shanahan, because Brock came in and saved their ass. We had a good season with Brock Purdy. If his arm isn't broken in an NFCCG, I really do wonder what was going to be the outcome. Now, I imagine the Chiefs were still strong, and the Chiefs still owned us at that time, more so than they did this last Super Bowl even. Brock Purdy, take a bow, brah. Go get that money. And Lynch and Shanahan, don't play with him. You guys owe him your damn careers. You pay him. I don't, he doesn't need $60 million. Dak Prescott doesn't need $60 million. You can give him somewhere between 50 and 52. Give him some incentives so he can get 55. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Don't use that community. Don't use that in a black community though. Hey, look at Matty S.
Ronbo.
Matty, I mean, but first, I just want to put Cowherd front and center tonight and some things. Cowherd's already predicted the things he does to us every year. Our draft sucked. We've got issues. They're going to come over from next year. And NFC West has gotten too much for us. Yeah.
No, NFC West is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say before we really started digging in, I just wanted to say, Rudy, man, if you're going to come in here talking all this crap, man, you need to shave that gay-ass man bun you're rocking, bro. Like, that's not even – Kittle's the only one who can do it, bro. You look like a pussy, bro. So,
Rudy!
That's all I'm going to say about that piece of garbage.
Boy, he's special. And
Rudy-ass
he's already
man
posted up things about the draft.
Like a woman.
Kills me. Oh, please.
No,
if
dude,
we sweep his ass this
he talked out the side of his mouth.
God. Yeah. But anyway.
Anyways.
The 2022 draft, and I don't know. Are you still mad about that? I wasn't mad about it until I looked at all the aspects of that, and I realized there was some blame to be given out that year, even if we're doing it a few years later. That's inexcusable. That was the worst draft of all time for the 49ers.
It was pretty bad. And fortunately, we made something of it right away. So it's one of those things that's like, how long can you be mad about it? You know what I mean? It's at the same time because they haven't made the same before that really or after that. So I don't know. It's human error, man. I mean, they obviously saw something in Purdy. We just didn't know really what it was. So.
No, because why did every scout in the league or every GM pass and miss on him? I mean, he's not just fabulously great or elite, but he's really solid. I don't. That's really amazing how he slipped through.
Yeah, so I know it's crazy. Nobody.
4th round pick.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
We made up for it last year.
Oh yeah, no, we absolutely did, and then obviously there's some things yet to be seen this year with it. So I'm kind of excited to see what's coming. We got some unknowns, but then we've got some people. Obviously, we think are going to be big time. So, I don't know. I think they made some pretty nice picks this season.
Matty, Lynch and Shanahan, this is actually new to them. They came in as a team, Lynch out of the booth. Kyle's been pretty much a coordinator. This could be a learning process like anything else. They had a couple of mistakes down through the years. They've been out there 8 years. I think the last season was really solid, and I have a feeling this season it's a learning process like anything else. I'm thinking they're graduating now to a point where they're not magna cum anything, but I mean, they're gonna. I think they know what they're doing now.
I would agree. Yeah, no, I'd agree. And the whole. I don't know if I don't think the whole draft in 22 was bad. So I don't think it was. I mean, it wasn't barely a passing grade in my opinion, but at the same time, like it wasn't the worst thing we've ever done. But like I said, I mean, we've gotten some things out of it that we didn't think we were going to get. So I mean, I was just kind of lucky to draw, I guess. I mean,
terrible.
Could you imagine if we had picked Purdy, he would have been a free agent?
Yeah, I understand they were going to pick him up. Had they not picked him up in that last pick, they just said, well, what the hell, let's get this pick. Again, luck. Maybe Brock doesn't choose to come to San Francisco because it's his option at that point. And somebody asked him about that. And he didn't give a real definitive answer either. So maybe if he gets to the UDFA, we call him Brock Purdy, would you like to be a 49er? Let me weigh my options. I got some other people that I'm talking to, but I'll get back to you.
Well, and he's from Arizona, so I could see him. I could see him on the bench.
Everybody.
There's Don. There he is.
Well, we got something for you. Hey, we got something for you this year, buddy. We run that game. We got to run game stoppers now.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
anyway.
we got some. No, we've got some. We got some guys to create some serious competition. I'm excited to see. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to see what the rest of our division's done at the same time, you know. And then we don't want to forget, man, we don't want to sleep on the fact that stupid-ass Rams got Devontae Adams.
Yeah, you know what? You mentioned that. You know what else bothers me? I like watching the Cowboys flounder. Honestly, them picking up Pickens
thing, isn't it?
and getting them CD Lamb and Pickens, Matty, suddenly the dynamic has changed looking toward Dallas. Texas boy, don't get excited, man. I'm just saying. But, you know, that might make them formidable. They have a good offensive line, too. Who's going to run the ball, though?
Yes,
I don't know. But they could be in the mix.
Seen, I guess. Yeah, they could be. I'm just kind of glad we don't have to play them, even though I feel like we stomp them anyways.
You know.
So, what do you do?
What are the Steelers thinking? What are they doing in Pittsburgh? Tomlin.
Dude.
Okay. I have a lot of respect for Tomlin, but you know, that's weird. Yeah, like Cynthia says, though, ESPN really loves Mikel Williams. They really do. They've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, picking him to be DPOY. I mean, rookie defensive player of the year.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, they're giving him all kind of kudos. With Robert Saleh, this scheme is made for him. I think that's what they're thinking about, Matty. And
yeah,
he's going to go
new
nuts.
Energy in the house.
And ain't going to be no high ankle sprain to start the season either. So I can't wait to see him.
No, I think we're going to be all healthy. Looks like all of our offensive guys are out there taking some snaps. Brock's looking good. Christian's looking good. Yeah. Everything, we're firing on all cylinders, man.
Yeah. It's always that way, though, Matty. If we could stay healthy all year, most teams can't beat the 49ers. They really can't. But we find a way for key people.
No, it'd be nice if we were winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know? God.
I just wish we could be, you know, because there's always teams that kind of survive. They get beat up, but there's a lot of teams that survive and stay healthy. It's like, man, it's got to be our turn one of these days.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the Chiefs stumbled into the playoffs. Matty, every week I was crying about the Chiefs won by 3 points, and that was a bad call. I was like, it's a bad call. The ref gave the Chiefs an opening for them to take, and they won it by a field goal. That was every week. So it showed, though, there was no passing in the Super Bowl.
Not this season. Not this season. They might make the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a wild card if they make the playoffs.
I agree. That division's crazy tough. Man, we got to go. Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to see you Friday, babe. And we'll see what else happens.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Can't wait.
Always looking forward to it, Manny. Have a great night, fam.
Oh, yeah. Me too. You too, buddy.
Thanks.
Night.
Thanks, Manny. By the way, hey, one thing I got to give Rudy, the Rudys of the world, the Don Burrs, Texas boy pretty much is removed from the equation no matter what. But this year, maybe things might turn around for them a little bit. I don't think offensive was their problem, but if they pull together, they might be better than I anticipated. Michael, get in there, man. They're not going to beat the Eagles.
Hey, hey, we got to congratulations for Texas boy bringing a diva in his team. Another diva goes from one team. Hey, he fits in with the cowgirls. He looks like a cowgirl. He stinks anyway. Pickens not that good. And you know what's going to happen? He's going to cry when Lamb gets the most, receptions. You watch. He's going to. Devontae Adams is going to be the same way too. When Stafford throws INT and the ball's going to go his way.
Throws the ball to Puka too often. Yeah.
Yeah, Adams will be gone. Pickett will be gone. Cowgirls will still be trash. Even Craig Cohen says that Cowgirls are not going no playoffs. They already picked out the wild cards. Yep. He says Cowgirls are not. Yep. And he says the Rams might be a wild card. If not, it might be the Seahawks or 49ers in the playoffs.
Hey, Michael, Tomlin got rid of, what's that big, bad stud that he got rid of about 4 years ago?
On which position?
Wide receiver. His name starts with a C, I think. Anyway, this dude was awesome.
What? It was great.
He was great.
Anybody that knows who he was. Yeah.
And
Oh, he was awesome, man.
And then
Now, what the Steelers are going to do now with one receiver? They need to get another.
AB, Tomlin got rid of him. He gets rid of Pickens. I got a feeling these guys are all bad news.
He got rid of his running back. Well, he got rid of his running back.
Yeah, but you know what?
Harris. He went to the Chargers.
Yeah, but you know,
He got rid of his running back. They went to the.
he was complaining, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to Dallas, I would complain about hanging around with Jerry Jones all day, looking at Mr. I would want to hang out with Jerry Jones. Looking at him and be like, oh, Mr. Bird.
No, not to mention, Jones would be down there micromanaging every now and then, too. That's got to be scary. Come here, I'm going to
Gary is creepy. Imagine seeing him sitting in the hot tub. Yeah.
No, I do not. That's just yuck.
Everybody might be in the hot tub with them. Maybe Rudy might sit with, him in the tub. Talking about business.
Michael, stop. Stop it, man. It's just too much. That's disgusting. Michael, okay, 2022 draft really sucked. Let's get back on point. 2022 draft really sucked.
You look at the 49ers draft history. I would like to find out the 49ers draft history. How many were good out of how many were bad? That's what I got to look back.
Oh,
yeah. How many hits were good,
Well, counting this year, could be 3 minimum.
Yes.
They were really good.
I think 3, maybe 4. Maybe 4.
Maybe.
You never know. Maybe be someone that never got drafted. Maybe somebody that never got drafted could be good. We never know. Remember Mason, running back that never been drafted? He was good.
Yeah. UDFAs.
We got to think of that UDFA. We got to think of those guys, too. You never know.
Yeah.
That running back from Cincinnati might be good, I heard. That never been picked up. We got him from UDFA.
A lot being said about him.
Yeah.
But
Kobe
Ronnie
Klein.
Bell, what? Who's that?
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie Bell
Kobe
takes
Klein.
one guy, Kiner, Ronnie Bell, you see, you have one good UDFA and you have another bad one. So then to get, it just cancels.
It's like one good apple, one bad apple. But,
Yeah.
we're going to have, and watch out for that quarterback from Indiana. I think once he gets healed up, wait and see. I think we got a superstar.
You're talking about Rourke?
The Indiana quarterback, the Canadian boy. No, Nikita's friend who's from Canada says this kid is a good athlete from Canada.
I've got to update my UDFAs. Damn it, Ron, I was supposed to do that yesterday. Wait a minute, there's a Canadian quarterback?
Her friend that's going to play in Canada, played high school football in Canada. This guy is built, and he had a rocket arm. I mean, a rocket. He throws.
It sounds like he probably runs, too.
He runs, oh, yeah. He's used to the cold. He's used to the wet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all of the quarterback.
Purdy, we got to watch out, buddy. This guy might take over your job once he heals up. You don't know.
No, and he may have to come in. Brock may be hurt. Have to come out for a week or two, something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Ronbo. What happens to this Canadian dude, all right? Purdy gets knocked out, and this Canadian guy gets a winning streak going. What are you going to do? You're not going to take that guy out. You're keeping going. Keep on riding the horse. Let Purdy sit until the other guy loses.
Remember the Cowboys? Who's the Cowboys' backup quarterback? Cooper? No.
Milton, I think.
No.
Some Milton guy from the Patriots?
No. The guy with Michael, the guy with the red hair. 2 years ago.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
Remember he lasted 3 weeks until they played the Eagles, and then that's what the coach said, okay, thanks, Dalton. Give me the ball, buddy. I
think the owner of the Cowboys told him to do that. I think Mr. Jerry Jones said that to the coach. He probably called him up and said, take this guy out now. Take this Mr. Carrot Top out.
He was doing as well as Brock, though, I thought. But anyway, yeah. But we got
Eagles look good. I think the Eagles, Yeah, but the Niners and
we're going to be all right.
Go ahead.
No, we're going to be all right because these guys are going to look all right. I love the way the vets came in and already showed the youngins how to be a pro. Yep. So the 49ers are coming in a whole new mindset. Yep. They're well rested. They got blood in their eye. Revenge is on their mind. They're a much better team than last year, and everybody knows it.
I know. They're all hungry in San Francisco. They're ready. They're like hound dogs. They're ready. They can't wait for week 1 when they're playing. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Next Wednesday, we get the schedule, guys. Next Wednesday, the schedule's coming out.
That's right. Yeah,
Ronbo, you
buddy.
should go live with the schedule. I think you should do a live show on schedule night.
I don't know what time it's going to come out, but you know what? We're definitely going to talk about it that
Should be
day.
coming out early in the afternoon. It might be out around 7 o'clock, maybe around 7
Yeah,
Eastern time.
yeah. Well, I probably won't be able to get in that early in the day.
If
But,
any of the 49ers get the schedule early,
Yeah.
send it to Ronbo on X.
no,
Give
no.
him a head.
I'll
Anybody.
I'll have access to the schedule. No problem with that. It's just a matter of can I get in there and get it and do it at that hour because I'm usually tied up.
And I'd like to see how many primetime games we have this year. They're probably going to have 2 primetime games. Probably one with the Rams and Seahawks.
Michael, I said, don't worry about prime time. We're not like we were last year. Every place on the planet wanted us on prime time. We're not prime time this
You
year.
never know. I think we're going to change this year. I think this is the year we're changing.
Well, next year we get
I
prime
think we're
time.
going to get a little bit better.
Michael, we got to go.
Yes.
I'll see you
I don't know.
Friday.
All right, Ronbo. See you Friday, buddy, and have a good night. Shout out to 49er Brian, Tony Riley, and Eric, and all the 49er Empire. Have a good night, buddy.
You too,
Stay
buddy.
safe.
All right, you too, buddy.
You too, buddy.
All right. Michael sounds like he's feeling. I just forgot to ask him how he's feeling. He's been going through a lot of stuff lately. Vader.
What's up, Ronbo? You came to me early today, brother. How you doing?
You know, because we knew you were waiting there, man. Let's go get you right now.
Yeah, man, I'm glad, dude. I just want to start off and say, love the draft with Tony, man. That was fun. That was fun all day. That was the best draft I think we had so far.
I mean, Tony. I mean, the dude is. I said, Tony, you know, you could do this professionally, but you are really. I mean, any player that came up, Tony knows all about him. I think 49ers, I'd consider putting him out there as a scout because
Yeah, he was out there. He was out there like Draftodamus.
I tell you,
I was like, wow,
Guys.
he was hitting it.
so you know,
Yeah,
he
I was
gave
waiting for
our guys
Big
good
Show
grades.
to come in. I'm sorry, Ronbo. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening. I like that. As soon as you said Big Show, I'm in. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was waiting for him to give me my comments on a linebacker, but apparently the one we got, he looks pretty good. Showed up
Yeah.
to camp.
Which linebacker did you like?
What was
Out of
it?
Georgia, right?
Yeah, out of Georgia. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Jalen.
Yes,
See,
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
know
Jaden.
people out of Georgia said the 49ers made the right choice? I was reading that article the other day. Even Georgia people said, nah, 49ers made the right choice for what they want to do.
Yeah.
People
analysts-
judged him on a bad ankle. Let's see what he looks like healthy. And he still did a good
Yeah,
job
let's
on a
see what he
bad
looks like.
ankle.
Exactly, but you know we've got that dark cloud that's over Levi with people getting injured again. I'm not too happy that we're changing the sod again because of the Super Bowl this year, but it is what it is.
They just don't know what they're doing.
We got to do right.
Vader, somebody needs to call. Get a cover for that place so the sun doesn't fry people like bacon out there. That is the biggest nut.
Yes,
They're
sir.
out there resodding
Yes,
the
sir.
field. Is that what they're doing?
I agree, man. I mean, when I took my son, dude, he passed out within the first quarter because it was so hot.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm looking forward to the season. I think Brock's gonna do very well. I started watching a lot of training camp videos, man, and everybody looks like they're in tune on the offensive side of the ball. Didn't really see too much of the defense, but
No,
I wanted
you
to pick
never
your
do.
brain about a couple things here. Brock Purdy's contract. It sounds like it's gonna get done. According to Lynch's last press conference, because he made it sound like we were going to be the most, we were going to spend the most money this year on players.
Yeah, well,
So that kind of leads me to believe we sign Brock, we go ahead and finish up with Fred. That'll take a good chunk.
all of it.
And,
in fact,
and we should be set.
yeah. Brock, Fred, we already signed George.
Yes, sir.
We signed Demo already. You know what? I love the way the financiers, 49ers have some people in the office that can really get things done. We've been praising Prague for how long, Vader? These guys really know how to, their math skills are immaculate. And they get this done.
And the thing is, and it's not really any, have we really signed a hardcore first rounder to that full money? And how many times have we been to the NFC Championship? I mean, we're doing something right.
Nick's the only guy. But you're
That
right.
Nick's
That's
the only guy-
hilarious.
yeah, Nick, that was it, right? It was just.
Oh, I'm
Nick,
sorry,
huh?
Nick and BA, who just made everybody mad. But yeah, Nick BA.
Yes, BA was the other first rounder that we did get. Yes, you are correct. So there was
Yeah.
just them two. But other than that, man, I think we've been doing pretty good as far as picking up players in the fourth, fifth, and the late rounds. And
That are first rounders. Yes.
that
But
are
they just got
first
picked
rounders.
late.
How about that running back we got? My Lord!
See,
Oh, Lord.
Vader, I'm
Oh.
scared from the last 3 running backs. I hope he is good. We got. Oh man, we got some.
Hey, why does he do that to us? Why does Kyle do that to us? He
'Cause they
puts
look
these
good
beautiful running
on
backs, and then we're
film.
all arguing who should be on the field. It's crazy, huh? It's crazy. It's nuts.
I mean,
But,
and Isaac Garendo, Isaac's he's got his. If we could just keep him getting hurt, he has a tendency to get hurt, but he can play. I love it, and he can catch.
Hey, Isaac went down. He went down to TJ, man. He got them stem cells put in. Remember, I was telling you. I don't think we discussed that.
No,
I know that CMC went down. He went to Germany. I go, what are you doing? I go, what you guys need to do is stay off the freaking. Look, that was another thing I wanted to pick your brain about. The freaking golf course. It has to go. I'm gonna tell you why. I have a very bad addictive personality. Okay.
Okay.
If you get me started in golf, I will live there. And it's a bad sport to get into if you are an athlete. You don't do that crap until you're retired. Okay? I just got back from watching a couple of boxing matches, and I seen a couple of top elite fighters that didn't look like that. And I had to tell them in Spanish, what did I tell you about the golf course? What did I say? What did I say?
Yes.
Bro, you gotta stay away from the golf course. And Brock Purdy, they had him out there. He's over there taking pictures. Get off the golf course.
You're right. You're right. Brock does
I
play
go,
golf.
what I need you to do is when you feel the itch to go pick up your clubs, because I know what it is, bro. I love golf. Don't get me wrong. I love golf. But it's just it's not good. Any player that I've known in my life that goes and plays golf just ruins his freaking career at a young age. Don't do it. Don't freaking do it. You feel like playing golf, go practice. Throw some balls. Feel like playing golf? Want to hit the putter? Go over there and drop some deep balls.
Vader, being a black man, I don't play golf because I'm not getting up that early in the morning. But I want to know, what is it that actually hurts you playing golf? I mean, is it the walking around acres?
It's like cocaine. Back in the 80s. Not now. For the kids now, no, don't touch the shit now. But back in the 80s, man, 70s, 60s, 80s, that's what it is. It's just so addictive. And I tell people, you got to stay away from that sport. It's just bad, man. And I don't know what it is. And then they're out there and they're drinking. And we both know, bro, you got to stay away.
I see what you're talking about. It's
got to
not
stay
really
away from the alcohol. Yeah, and it's a lot of socializing. And the next thing you know, dude, you're out there 8 hours.
And I'm trying to. Tiger Woods is the most physical specimen. There's some guys out there that look pretty fit.
No, but Tiger's got an excuse. That's what he does for a living.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're going to be a pass rusher, I don't need you out there on that golf course. That's kind of everything's been coming. I go, look, dude, I went and watched the Lakers game. My Lord. They don't play defense anymore in the NBA?
Oh, don't get me started. Listen, Blake, we killed our clock.
I don't want to go off on that, but that's what's going into my golfing thing. But I wanted to pick your brain about another question back to the linebacker.
Vader, can I get you? We need to bookmark it though, Vader. Okay, ask me the question, but we got to go. I'll answer. Ask the question. I'll answer as soon as we get off. Okay. What is the question?
No worries. What was I going to tell you? So you're going to be back on Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Friday. Okay, I'll save it for Friday, brother.
Don't forget it. I want it. All right. All right, Vader.
All right,
have a
brother.
great night,
We'll do. Let it go.
Already go.
And the Rams are not going anywhere. You have a good one, Ronbo.
You too, fam. Night, Vader. Aaron Triple A, come on in, man.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Aaron, I'm looking at 2022, and I feel like I still want to see some people punished for what happened with that draft. But then, as I say, there was a lot of teachable moments for the 49ers picking up all those bad players. And I'm sure they had a conference because we've seen better drafts since then. The trade 2 picks to pick up, they've done some things that are questionable. And a lot of coaches might have gotten fired by now. I was laughing about that as I read. I says, that there are enough offenses here to be fired if you're an owner and Lynch and Shanahan are doing what they're doing. But at the same time, if you can look at what they've done well, it kind of outnumbers what they did bad. So, But the Trey Lance pick was pretty much the turning point of their last bad move. You could have gave up maybe one swap or something like that, but you gave up 2, and that was backbreaking. For 2 years, you don't get another draft pick in the first round. So, and then 2022 was one of the worst drafts of all time. But that's how it gets you. It's a dominoing effect, AAA. You're losing assets. You're not building. You're not. You just got a void there. And by the time 2 or 3 years goes by, we're going to have to get some free agents. Let's check the UDFAs, see if anybody's available. It's like they're trying to get us to sign Jadeveon Clowney right now. Every person in the media, the 49ers should think about signing Jadeveon Clowney. For what? Well, you know what's wrong with you people? You guys want to see the 49ers fail. You want to see us struggle. We're not paying him $13.8 million a year to come out there and get 4 or 5 sacks. We can get a rookie to do that. So, some of the mistakes that are made building this team since the first 3 years when they were doing pretty good is frightening. Hey, AAA, what are you thinking?
Like you just said, I think for Clowney, unless he wants to take a 1-year deal,
mm-hmm. For $2 million. Prove it. Veterans minimum. God.
Yeah, and or I think there's a edge rusher out there named Zadarius Smith.
Is Zadarius out? Is Zadarius out of work? He's not working right now? Oh, there's another one too.
No.
There's 2 or 3, maybe. I don't. You know what? I don't.
Yeah.
Salah needs to spend all his energies. Him and Kusurk. I like the guys who got in camp. Gross Matos is fine with me. And who knows, Aaron? Drake Jackson may not be fooling anybody. He might be serious. He may come in and contribute. What if he does? Oh, God, Drake.
I think yesterday I saw on his Instagram.
That's it. Yeah.
He was saying y'all better not count me out because I'm coming this year.
Huh? He says, y'all crazy if you don't think I'm coming out here to wreak havoc. Well, Jay, anybody can make sentences. I mean, come on out there and put some of that down on the field and we'll listen. See, Drake's a product of the media. That's why some players should stay off social media. Although, in this case, he may be motivated, but he's mad as hell. From what I could see. Even the picture looked angry. Good.
Yeah. Good.
I hope you are pissed off. Now get out there and stop people from talking about you. Good. Triple A, this is not a sport that you're going to get people to be polite. You get paid a lot of money. This is your job. If you can't do it, get out. That's just the way it is. They get all the glory when they're doing good. They get more love than you could possibly even measure. But if you're messing up, man, it's bad. Feel sorry for them at that point, actually. But
I know, but and I think tomorrow, Robert Saleh talks to the media tomorrow. So
that's gonna be special. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I want to hear what he has to say. I'm so glad he's back. That defense, Rudy don't know it, but he's going to think a train hit him. his team. He's in here just running all kind of smack, just talking all that empty, can't be justified or proven in any which shape, way, or form. Y'all have thrown the towel and y'all done about it. Rudy, you know what, Rudy, you remind me. It's hilarious. You know, that's priority one this year. I hate to make the Rams look special, but beating their ass this year, and I'm gonna be the bigger man in the room this year. Me and Rudy always go at it on X after every game, right? I'm not gonna say a word. Rudy, I promise you right now, when we whip you and hand you your ass, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just let you sit back and think that whatever you think. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Rudy. We swept them how many years? I don't blame him for talking trash. They finally got past this 1 year. I'd do it too, actually. How bad does it feel for a team to just... We know how it feels. Remember how the Hawks just beat our ass like stepchildren forever? And we finally got them?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful feeling. I didn't seek Hawks out and start talking trash, so Rudy does. That's just silly. So, yeah. But I like that Mike Money Jones. What else you want to add?
That's pretty much it. I'm pretty excited to see. I think rookie minicamp starts next week.
Yes, gotta be soon. I guess I'll wait till after
the schedule comes out next week too.
Yeah, we're gonna know who's who and Winter Circle on the calendar and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
But all right, Ronbo.
All right.
I know they got some other callers.
All right. Always appreciate you, though. You know this.
Have a good night.
See you Friday.
All right, Sam.
All right. Yeah, Wade Roberts, our defense will be good. Here's the thing. Our defense needs to be good, but make no mistake, the offense will not be the reason why we lose games this year. This is going to be very interesting, but Kyle Shanahan, we fully focused on getting an offense. Do you know that the 49ers even last year ranked high as far as offensive production, and they were floundering and slopping around the whole year? Don't play the 49ers offense cheap. They're going to be tough to stop this year, especially now Shanahan said, Kyle, what we want you to do is focus on making that offense a real Kyle Shanahan offense, okay? Let us handle this, and this, and you just all that tremendous cerebral energy of yours and make that offense what you know it can be. I can see Kyle now. Guys, don't BS me, man. I'm telling you right now, I can do this. I'm a head coach. We know. We just want you to get that part better. We'll handle the rest. We're trying to take things off your plate. Because I know Kyle Shanahan's got an ego. You and I both know. Hey, here he is. He is. Chill. Pill. Phil. Get in here, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing?
Doing fine, man. I was laughing up a storm when I read that article about how 2022 is one of the reasons why the 49ers didn't have any well to go to last year. And I hadn't thought about that. Phil, every year your draft matters. It really does.
Sure it does.
Yeah, you got time to build those guys up.
We did well last year.
Yeah, we're fine going forward.
Last year.
Yeah.
Mustafa's a stud.
Bernardo
Pearsall's looks promising. It takes longer for wide receivers to break into the league.
Yeah.
I think the Niners have full confidence, and Pearsall got shot early in the season.
I've never heard of such thing on any team.
Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Do you think? And our offense was number 7th in the league.
I know they weren't bad. For as bad as we were struggling.
No.
Yeah. Trent Williams not there.
And Garendo proved that he can run with the ball and catch passes. And
BA's out.
No, I think if we hit on this draft, and I think we will, we're winning the division. Don't think that we're going to be a wild card team. I heard somebody say that. I go, really? I mean, with our schedule, we have the weakest schedule in all of the NFL.
I know.
In history. In history.
I didn't even know that. It's that bad.
Yes.
Hey, but watch out for the surprise teams, Phil.
Well, you know what? You look at it, the Rams have to play Detroit.
Oh, they're in a heap of trouble.
We have to play Chicago. The Rams have to play Philadelphia.
Yep.
We have to play the New York Giants. The Rams have to play, Baltimore. And we have to play, who's the last place team in that division? Not Cincinnati, not Pittsburgh, but I forget. But anyway,
Is
and then
Indianapolis? Indy's in that division, right?
Indy's in the other division, and we have to play that division. We have to play Indy, Houston. We've got the weakest schedule ever. I think we've got two cold teams possibly on our schedule. New York and Chicago's at home, but
Chicago's probably going to be a little better this year. But for the most part, none of these teams are going to be good enough to beat the 49ers this year.
We're going to get a hell of a lot more rest because we're not going to be playing Monday nights, Thursday nights.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing.
Did last year.
The schedule that just burnt the. I mean, the 49ers, they're injured. They're playing more ball games per minute than anybody else. That was terrible.
And the travel was horrible.
Brutal.
No, this schedule this year is going to be relatively easy.
Comparatively to last year.
And the Rams have a lot tougher schedule. And so does the rest of the division.
I saw their schedule. I meant to send it to Rudy. He doesn't. While he's talking all that trash, apparently he's unaware of that.
Well, I mean, I think we're going to go undefeated at home based on the schedule.
Yeah.
And we may lose a game or two on the road.
Oh, yeah.
But I really think if we don't win the division, I think the Niners are banking, and that's why they're going with the youth movement now.
Because they looked at this situation.
I think they bank on that. They can win.
You're right.
And grow these rookies at the same time. And, and then if that happens, next year we've got 11 more picks because of comps.
Phil, don't we travel this year to Europe? We're going to Australia?
No.
No.
That hasn't been decided yet, but I don't think we will.
David Hodge, because I saw you ask that question earlier. Not decided yet, I guess. Okay.
But, we got Jacksonville, and they usually go to Europe. But I just don't see us losing the division. I just don't, unless we have injuries.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. I say that every year. It's all about the injuries for the 49ers.
No, that's every year. That's every team.
That's every year.
Right?
The 49ers lose because of people getting hurt. Otherwise, you're not beating the 49ers.
But that's every honestly, if a team has injuries, they tend to not win.
Yeah. It's
So we just got to stay healthy, and I think the youth movement helps us stay healthy. So
that's where depth comes in. See, that's where depth comes in, Phil. You got to have some guys come in and hold a parade, keep going as a thing. So I think we might have that now.
Yes, I think our defensive line is much better. We've got some studs, the Connolly kid and C.J. West. I think those two guys are going to really dominate, and they're going to let Fred Warner and the other kid that they drafted run wildfire on
CJ. That's the monster in the middle. I can't wait to see what this defense. Salah likes these kind of defensive lines. We went away from that after Salah left, but this is his kind of defensive line. Big, mean, and bad. Oh my God, these guys are gonna be rough.
Yeah, I mean their athletic ability is off the charts. So,
and Alfred Collins is just 300. What? Whoa, 335.
6'6", and he's going to bat down some balls.
Woo. Good luck trying to block him.
But anyway, Ronbo, I'm looking forward to it. We got rookie camp coming up.
Yeah.
I think our undrafted free agents, I think a couple of guys are going to make the team.
Yeah. I keep neglecting
You
to go
know,
look at that.
I mean, we've done well with undrafted free agents.
Always. At least
You
there's
know, a
always
lot
one
of
or
running
two.
backs. We got Juwan Jennings was an undrafted free agent. We
No,
had,
he's round 7, Phil. But
round 7. That's
the best
right.
round
That's
7
right.
in a while. We got another round 7 this year. I'm thinking maybe another.
Well,
Jet.
Purdy was a round 7 too. So
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, look at round 5. Phil.
Jordan Mason was undrafted too. Don't forget Jordan Mason.
Oh, Jordan Mason, yeah.
Yeah.
Mason did a great job.
we hit on guys in the late rounds, and so I think a few guys are going to make the team that are going to be surprising. I think that lineman out of Iowa, I think he has a chance to make the team, maybe even start.
When you say offensive or defensive lineman?
Offensive guard
Offensive guard.
out of Iowa, round 7. I
7.
think Coop
Connor Colby.
Colby.
Okay.
I think he may start. I mean, his PFF grades for running block is off the charts.
Yeah,
But Iowa
likes
doesn't
that.
throw.
Yeah.
Iowa doesn't throw, so we don't know what he's like. I mean, Kittle was out of Iowa.
Yeah.
He can block like hell.
Whoa! Who knew?
So, I just think I'm looking forward to this year. If we stay healthy, if we can keep McCaffrey, Trent Williams, Brandon Ayuk, those guys, the core, healthy, and let these rookies play into their positions, I think we're going to be fine.
I think so. Phil I tell you what, I can't wait till you call in. It makes football season fun that you're back. Phil, we missed you forever, man. You've been gone so long. I said, where is Phil?
All right, I'm going to take a hit on it.
We got to go, though, now. I will see you Friday.
I couldn't take it anymore after a while.
I was with you. We were just going through the motions. It was terrible. I'll see you Friday, my man.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I think we're on the track.
I think so.
And if this plays out, our cap situation is going to be really good. We got $80 million of dead cap. We're taking a hit this year.
Phil.
And next year we're going to have a ton of money.
Phil, don't celebrate Christmas before it comes. Let me go. We're going to see you Friday, okay? I love it.
All right, Ronbo.
All right.
You take care.
You too.
All
Thanks, Phil.
right, bye.
Oh, God. I still love the Eric. I'm sorry. Hold on, Eric. I still love the George Kittle story. As you're looking at C.J. Beathard, right? And it's, hey, Coach, who's that guy out there shagging the ball? Well, that's George Kittle. Yeah? Okay. George, how do you suppose that's him? All right, thanks. What a story. We're looking at C.J. Beathard, but George Kittle is the guy we should have been looking at. Where were the scouts on that? How did they not know about that? We just happened to lucky. I've got to learn to calm down about our scouting crew. They've been doing a good job for the most part, except for 2022. Eric, come on in, man.
Hey, bud, how you doing, man?
Eric, I'm doing all right, man. As season's getting close, I'm getting more and more pumped. But, yeah. Well, Eric, as you know,
Find out next week.
and we're going to find a scout.
Find out next.
Oh, God. Eric, as you know, though.
You all right, bud?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the fact that I like to see the Cowboys struggle, and I like to see their. Stephen A. Smith points out how their fans are just the air is just let out of the entire state of Texas, because no matter how the Texans do, every team, every professional team they got, if the Dallas Cowboys are not representing the star, America's team, if they're not doing well. The tears are falling in Texas. Like no other place in the world.
I tell you, they got a lot better today.
I know. Although Pickens is a problem child, but he does have talent. If him and C.D. Lamb get together, I may not be able to pick on Dak like I like to. Damn it.
Yep.
They got a good offensive line, too.
Yep. Yeah, so we get to find out next week when you guys play, when and where you guys play. And in answer to Bill's question, that would be Cleveland.
Oh yeah, right. I
finished
saw that.
last.
So I put that at Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland's the last one in that division. I'm not crazy about that. Not to say that I mean Cleveland is they've got weapons and Myles Garrett, and Miles
Yep.
never bothers Trent Williams. He likes to go to the other side where he doesn't even need salt and pepper to eat. He just goes through there and. Although you know what, Pooney and McKivitz might be able to at least slow him down at least. Cleveland always we lost to Cleveland last time we played them. Well, Jake Moody lost to Cleveland. And somebody told me that Matt Gay is not. The article I read, I didn't know Matt Gay was already gone. Matt Gay's with Washington. I don't know who we have to push and intimidate Jake Moody into being a better football player. So, I don't know. We'll find out. Man.
Yep.
Because kicker's very serious.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We get to find out next week where everybody's going. Winning well. The teams are gonna be playing. So yeah.
Start circling games you know you're going to win. And circling the questionable games. Every year I tell the 49ers, I tell all my fam, listen, guys, the Cardinals, don't worry about that. We'll beat the Cardinals. Guys, I don't know if we should take the Cardinals for granted. I don't think we're going to. I mean, every time we play them, it's just an okay corral. It's just a shootout, man. I mean, bodies are dropping like crazy, and some of them hours. It's just not a good thing. I don't like dealing with that team. We're going to see, though. The Cardinals, Eric, what do you think about the Cardinals? I think this is their year to make a move.
I feel like pretty much anybody in the NFC West.
Yeah, that's true.
Possibly do well. Yes, Rudy, I know you're listening to this. You guys might do pretty well yourselves.
No, you know what? The Rams are a team like I might not have anything bad to say about them if it wasn't for their supporters. All right, it's like the Raiders.
Yeah.
As a kid, I didn't hate the Raiders until I met their fans when I got a little older. Man, by the time I was out of high school, you know what? You guys could take this and stick it up where the sun don't shine. Your team is okay, all right? Yeah, but we're going to be able to the people. Oh, okay. And they did. I had to suffer at the Raiders beating the 49ers early on. That turned around later, though. I mean, and they're still talking, though. See, that's what makes for fanship. It's the other fans. The competition between the fans is worse than on the field almost. God, I don't even know how I'd feel about half the NFL if it weren't for the fans.
Yeah.
Might not even hate the Cowboys. Have you ever talked to a Cowboy fan in the last 10, 15 years? Man,
I like to kind of watch like other YouTubers, and I even watch some Dallas people. I mean, they're good. They have some good people. They have some good like YouTubers and good fans, but for every good fan, there's probably a couple like our guy Texas that make them look bad again.
Man, you can walk into a place. I've been in the bars, man. If you wear, you wear your stuff, right? Hey, come here, B. What? You talking to me? Yeah, I'll give you $100 right now. $100 right now. But no, make $250. Y'all do not get past the Dallas Cowboys. Dude, what's your name, man? I don't even know you. I mean, these guys, they were out there. They are strange people. The Cowboys would get beat ever since that time. That was a long time ago when I had that conversation with that fool. As I'm saying, I don't loudmouth the 49ers. If somebody wants to talk about it, I'll get into it with them. But, have some shame. Anyway. Eric, there goes our time. Eric, I'll tell you what, Eric, I'll see you Friday, all right?
Yeah, but I'll be here, bud.
All right, always looking forward to it. All right. Night, Eric.
Bud. Hey, bud.
Anthony.
Ronbo.
Anthony.
What is it, Ronbo?
Hey, man. Sitting there looking back on the 2022 schedule and getting, or 2022 draft, getting mad and worried about whether the 49ers will go back to that draft again. I don't ever want to see a draft like that again, where one guy, and if we didn't draft him in the 7th round, we would not have one productive player out of that 2022 draft. So,
Ronbo.
Yeah.
I don't too much look back on the past, man.
But it can hurt you, though. But we're okay now. I think these guys are learning.
Ronbo. We got a lot of undrafted free agents gonna make this team, Ronbo.
You think so? I got to get my list. My last guy's Junior. No, that's not.
That defensive lineman we got that come from Washington.
Oh, Sebastian Valdez. You talked about how big he is last year. Yeah.
That big boy, 6'4", 205 pounds, Ronbo. He put up 34 reps on the bench, Ronbo. That big boy ankle down, Ronbo. Ain't no moving, Ronbo. Got 10 in his hands, Ronbo.
Sounds tough.
When he get a hold to you, Ronbo, ain't no moving.
I like that. And I like when they can grab an offensive lineman and move him whichever way the runner's running and go get that boy. That
and
is a D lineman.
The linebacker all week long. I seen what they say. Why did y'all let 49ers get this Stone Blender, Chris Boylan 2.0?
Stone Blender out of Mississippi State?
Yeah. They say, well, how in the world did these other teams let the 49ers get this boy?
What do you mean? Stone Blender? We got him, right?
Yeah, Stone. Yeah. That's what they said. They said, how in the world these other teams let the 49ers
get Stone Blender?
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Ronbo, I'm going to tell you something, Ronbo. All these scrambling quarterbacks we have problems on.
Yeah.
They're going to be like that this year, Ronbo.
For two reasons, Stone Blanton and Samuel, what's Samuel's name? We got two guys like that.
Remember, you got that linebacker, we got Nick
Martin. Nick Martin can move. Yes.
Ronbo, I went back and watched his highlights, Ronbo.
Quick,
He's so smart and disciplined, Ronbo. When the quarterback make a move, he on him, Ronbo. I've seen him run down so many quarterbacks and then lay him out, Ronbo.
And that's what you mentioned laying him out.
On these quarterbacks.
He reminds me of Dre.
He be punished.
Right? Overdoing it. I just don't want flags. Well.
Yeah, so I told my friends that that's the only thing they're going to kind of, he have to tune it down when they're in the quarterback like that.
Those kind of guys are high strung. You can't tune it down. When he goes, he sees red. He actually doesn't care what happens. He gets a flag, and he could hear whispers in his ear. Easy, bro, easy, man. This guy.
I said, boy, he's vicious. I said, just Drake Greenlaw 2.0, right? And he's faster than Drake.
I know, right?
He's faster than Drake Greenlaw, Ronbo.
I've seen him. His reflexes are a little bit different too. I said, easy. He puts out some good film.
Like I told my homeboy, I said, look, the small frame body got to put up 26 reps on the bench. This dude is strong, Ronbo.
I know.
Not only is he strong, he's fast, Ronbo.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Oh, Fred.
He drop back and cover.
He would drop back in coverage.
And you
As
can
far
run
as
for
them
people.
boys, the D tackles that we got, Ronbo, we got all the Smith in the defense end. We got in the Collins, boy. That's Justin Smith for you right there.
300 plus pounds, 6'6". Hey, how tall was Justin?
6'6", Ronbo. And the big boy get out the ball so fast, Ronbo, and get in that backfield real quick.
And long.
I was
See,
watching
that's
this
another thing. When you're
long.
that kind of long, the offensive lineman can't
You
really
can bet
do
that
what
ball
he
down. That
do.
means you can bet that ball down.
And then there's that.
I watched them. Let me see one of these podcasts saying they was interviewing C.J. West.
It's my dude. I've
Yeah,
already
the
made
dude
it my
said-
dude.
yeah, they
That's
said-
it. That's it. I'm a CJ West
They
fan.
told C.J. West. They said the Rams got a center out of the West. Where you come from? That's what C.J. West said. Yeah. He's a nice player, but guess what? He can't block me, yo.
Because CJ probably played against him before.
C.J. West. Yeah, C.J. He said, I don't feel like nobody can block me.
I don't think
when
so
I
either.
get
That's
out
what I
there.
like about him.
Turn up.
CJ West is scary.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's a big boy too, Rambo.
And his movements, he's moving so quick. The violence he's creating, you hey, you know the Tasmanian Devil cartoons? It looks like that when he hits the line of scrimmage. Dust flying, everything. It's crazy. Love it.
He had me laughing at what he said, Rambo. He said after they lined up against me about 2 or 3 times, he said after I hit him with the hand, he said after the 4th time looking at eye, he said, I already know they don't really want he said they don't really want to snap the ball.
Like, he's got a club too. Yeah, man. Some guys just born for that role. CJ is one of them dudes. Can't wait to see him play. Man.
He said, I just love to play violent. He said, I'm bringing violence to the team, and I want my teammates to be violent too.
Does. I can see our own guys getting out of his way, including Big Alfred. CJ's crazy, man.
Yeah.
From what I can see of that clip, I love it.
He said, Rambo, he said, what I'm bringing to this team, he said, I go talk to the linebackers, he said, the safeties. He said, I'm telling you, we're playing violent, we're playing fast, we're going to make them want to quit, we're going to punch them in the mouth.
I like that attitude. Ooh, I do.
Me too,
like
Rambo. I love it, Rambo.
Anthony,
Rambo, we got something we ain't had in a while. Strong safety, Rambo, that can play in the middle field, that can cover the run. He's so fast, Rambo. And with C.J. West and African putting that much pressure on the quarterback, when they throw that ball on, he can go get it, Rambo.
are you talking about Siegel? I can't wait to see him too.
Yeah.
Fam, we got to pull up. I will see you Friday, and we'll continue laughing about our team, how good it is.
All right, Rambo.
All right, fam. Have a great night,
All right,
Anthony.
man.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Rambo.
And
I
you.
appreciate you, Rambo.
Appreciate you, fam. Night, Anthony.
Yeah.
See, that's why Rudy's running spy. That's why Rudy's always over here checking out, see what's going on. He don't know, and you don't see the Rams in the news anywhere. Oh, he put up a little poster of best wide receiver combinations. Devontae and Puka are now considered one of the best in the game. Rudy, I might see him brag about some other things besides that, man. You know, hey, Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony. Tell you, man. Tony, I thought about you when I was going over that material about Shanahan and Lynch could have been fired after that 2022 draft for those failures. And but then I thought about, Tony, you know, Shanahan and Lynch are not traveling about the country finding these players and sending film back to Central in Santa Clara. So I'm saying, you know, Tony, I'd be a real a-hole. If some of the guys that are working out there, I'd ask them a few questions, and if they answered them wrong, there'd be a problem. Why the hell did you send me this dude's pic? I mean, God. But I get to make the final decision, so he could always say, well, you know, I gave you, just take a look. I didn't tell you had to make a decision on. I can see an argument. But still, don't waste my time with guys you know aren't going to make the Pro Bowls.
Give me 1 second, bro.
Tony, you faded out.
That's better.
Okay. Now I can hear you.
No, I was just taking my jumper off.
All right.
You got me. Just walked in the house.
Oh, okay. All right.
I haven't even had time to prepare myself a beverage.
I knew you. I knew I was just saying that Tony didn't get his brew yet either. Yeah. You want me to give you a minute and come back to you?
No, you're all right. You're all right.
All right.
I ran out of beer, so
Can't do that, Tony. You
I'm
got
gonna
to
have
see
my
that
next-
need at least 3 days in advance. You know, nothing worse than coming back and no cold in the fridge. But that frosty glass in the
I'm
freezer.
gonna have my next favourite thing, which is spiced wild turkey, straight,
Yeah,
about 3 fingers deep,
well, you're a tough guy, Tony.
Uh,
I can't do wild
and
turkey. Whoa, I'm impressed.
yeah, you can if you do it like this, Ronbo. And then I'll put a bit of honey in it.
Ah, come on, Tony, that's cheating.
Put a bit of honey in it for taste, and squeeze half a lemon into it. Swirl it all around, pack it up with ice, and you've got a beautiful drink.
Well, it sounds like it. Wild. I'm. You know what? I may give that a shot.
What are we talking about today, Ronbo?
The 2022 draft and how badly it failed us. Because now the reason we ran out of players last year is mainly because the 49ers didn't do enough in 2022. So the well ran dry. That can happen. I never thought about that, but that can happen. Let's say if this draft is bad, 2-3 years from now, it's gonna reflect on how bad it was. So, and one guy, only Brock, was worth a damn in that draft.
Yeah, well, it catches up to you, those first-round picks. I mean, generally, we don't do very well in the first round.
Anyway, so.
But it's good to have those picks there to trade down or do whatever the hell you want with them. You know what I mean?
Amen
and we squandered them when we picked up Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan ruined that kid's career. He's responsible.
He did not know how to handle Trey Lance. He didn't know how to do it.
We didn't even give him a chance to develop. How many games did he play for us before they decided
Not many. Kyle
there you go.
He's not. You know what? Kyle does not know how to deal with that kind of quarterback. RG3, same thing. Kyle, don't ever ruin another mobile quarterback's game. Just don't pick them. They're not your style.
Because if someone says, no, he didn't. Well, if you look at CJ Beathard, Nick Mullins, and all them guys, they're still in the league.
See?
I don't know if CJ is, but I know Nick is. But
yeah.
they had plenty of time to sit there and develop instead of like Trey was really, really young too.
Yeah.
And instead of Kyle saying, all right, you know what, Trey, you're not there yet, buddy, but you know what, we'll keep you as a backup until you find your stride, and you're good enough for a backup.
Yeah.
And we'll develop you over the years. Just hang in there, brother. Don't panic. He
But
didn't even do that.
No, just gave him the ball and said, run it. That's not what he's supposed to be doing all the time. He needs to develop a passing game and stay in that pocket so he can be a little bit more safe. Runs him off the tackles and against the Hawks. Bam! Snapped that ankle like a twig. So, that wasn't going to work to begin with. God.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking about the other day, Ronbo? I was thinking that, remember when we were, where was it, 2019, we were running the ball and we had callers ringing you up and saying, this is old school bullshit, we've got to change our game, it's a passing league now. Really?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a lot of the teams took up the 49ers style. How many teams run the ball first now?
Yes, they did. It's just football 101, Tony. The run's always going to set up the pass, and first off, and the pass can set up the run, but more than likely the run is going to help that pass game much more than other vice versa.
I believe so. I believe the run
sets up the pass more than anything else. I mean, okay, have a look at the statistics. I don't care which quarterback it is, just across the whole league of the long ball. It's like 5% you make the long ball.
Yeah.
You connect with a player on a really long ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Mahomes' rap sheet, most of his passes are short to intermediate.
He had to, because he didn't have Tyreek Hill anymore. So he had to start shortening up
And
his
that
passes.
pisses me off more than anything else in this world, because I will go to my grave believing it. And the only reason he became so famous is because we let him. We gifted 2 Super Bowls to that
Oh, don't get me started.
Kermit the Frog.
Tony, we ate up our clock. Listen, I'll tell you what. We're going to have to go. Production's going to get us. Listen, I'll see you Friday. We'll start right off the top. You won't be coming in to change clothes or anything. Okay? Appreciate
All right,
you,
brother. Shout out to Evan Else, Papa Dragon, Big Show, Smooth, everybody else. And Ronbo, send Kyle an email and give him my love, will you?
I'll make sure to do that tonight. Cheers, Tony. Oh,
cheers, brother.
That is funny. Hey, yo, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, come on in, man. Steven, have you ever thought about the 2022 draft? It's really funny because I hadn't thought about how bad the 2022 draft really was, you know? And I'm laughing because I'm thinking, this really is awful. This is really bad. Do we realize it that year, how bad that was? I don't think we did.
Well, I think we actually did pretty good. This is probably the best draft class we've ever had.
No, I know. 2022, it's come back to bite us in the ass. It came back to bite us in the ass last season because we didn't have any to go to because there was no talent. They were all either gone,
that's the thing, too.
cut, or something.
Well, again, 2022 was a really bad year for the draft.
It really was.
You can't say like, oh yeah, there was at least some decent. No, there was like maybe 2 or 3 singled out players that had potential, and they still are terrible. Whose draft class was that? Was that Trevor Lawrence's draft class, right? 22?
Was it?
I think so. No, or is it Zach Wilson? I think it's Zach
Is that
Wilson.
the year that the 3 quarterbacks came out? Round 1, 2, and 3? I don't know.
Yeah. I can't. That was a disaster year for everybody. Nobody won that. I don't think anybody came out on top other than the person that got Sauce Gardner, because Sauce Gardner showed up at the same time Zach Wilson did. So
what the Eagles do? Howie Roseman never fails. Not in the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I wish we had a brain like Howie Roseman. That'd be nice.
God, he's good. They won the Super Bowl. Do you know they did the best in the draft and free agency again? Wow. He is amazing.
It just goes to show if you prioritize. I hope the Niners hear this. If you prioritize the problems and you rectify them as they are needed, you can win a Super Bowl. And I think they took a page and said, hey, Kyle, you worry about making your plays look good and coaching, and we'll worry about the drafts. And they gave the floor to John Lynch, special teams coordinator, and Robert Saleh.
Yes. That's all we
really,
need.
Combo?
We get ready to discuss offensive players, call them in, but that's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. We just need offensive guards, and that's it. Our running back room is pretty good.
Well, you can get wide receivers, and I don't know about running backs, though.
Yeah, wide receivers are fine.
Yeah. Kyle's had made a mistake with running backs.
Ronbo, we were talking about a wide receiver that I forgot who that we picked up in the draft, and I was like, damn, this dude's nasty. Oh, man, this was the last call
we had the last few years. And you're not talking about the draft. You're just talking about generally speaking, because we've had a lot.
No, the draft.
Okay.
The draft, because we're talking about like the possibility of Brandon Ayuk possibly not coming back the same and possibly taking an early retirement just because of how bad his knee was torn up. And I'm not even trying to talk bad on him. Like, if you watch the replay, it looks bad. And the fact that they had to do extensive surgery is even worse.
He's supposedly possible to be back in very soon, actually.
I hope so, man, because the last thing we need. Oh, speaking of knees, I forgot to say, Drake Jackson. I saw you were talking about on Instagram about Drake Jackson. I'm excited for him.
He's all
because
pissed
when
off.
he's good and healthy, man, he's nasty.
I bet he is.
Ronbo, imagine this. I want to paint this picture for everybody. Nick Bosa, right? Michael Williams, Drake Jackson, and what was it? C.J. West is who we picked up.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that your front four? That would be funny. It's a lot of speed rush. I need a bone crusher. CJ might be enough, and then you got
CJ might be Michael Williams might be enough. 6'6", 235, right?
What,
bro? Come on,
whoa, Steven. Wait, Steven, get that weight right. 300 plus.
My boy's old. He's basically a bison. He's built like a bison. 6'6", 300 plus, man. Ronbo, he could.
Hey, but I like your defensive line though. That's a NASCAR rush, bruh.
I'm with it. I'm 100%. And then you got Robert Beal, who is also getting ready to make a comeback. Man, can we?
I hope so.
Can we fantasize about this defense this year? How good it looks, because I don't think it's ever looked this good since 2019.
No, I know. As far as
really.
I know, right? Who did he pick up in 2019?
I don't think it's ever looked as good.
Oh, we picked Defoe was 2019. No, 2018.
Well, I don't think it's looked as good since Shaquille Spikes and Patrick Willis both having a clubbed hand. Like that was a cold defense at that time, man. You can't. I really like. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
You should be.
Yeah, D winners. You got Robert Beal coming back. You got Fred Warner. You've got Drake Greenlaw's replacement, who we picked up in the draft. I can't remember his name, but also a speedster. We've got some nasty DB, a real nasty DB that we picked up in the draft. We've got Mustafa, who kind of scared me a bit, but I think he's okay. You got Jair Brown, who's trying to make a name for himself now. We got Yamador Lenore.
Yeah.
And it's just, we've got how many other people that we drafted in the draft that I'm excited about? But really, the undrafted class, that's also really scary, because we picked up a lot. Like I told you, if we weren't going to pick up enough talent in the regular draft, there's plenty enough for the undrafted. And sure enough, anyone that we picked up prior draft and before is probably going to get kicked out. I love the fact that Tariq Owens is doing good, but there's just a bunch of other players that are probably going to beat him out for a spot. And it sucks, man, because this year is just a different breed of college players.
Oh, yeah.
An entirely different breed. Like, they're aggressive. They're hard to take down. They're smart. Like, they're quick with it, man. They're quick with it.
You're going to see a lot of that in the years to come, because they're getting paid now. They go to school. Imagine that. A pro football player in college. So it's just turned into a big farm club around the nation.
And on top of that, the offensive line looks pretty damn decent. So Brock Purdy might actually have an okay season. He might not actually die.
The jury needs to stay out of that for a little while longer, though. Dude, we got to go. I'll be back Friday, and let's continue.
All right, Ronbo, I'll see you Friday.
Appreciate you, fam. Night,
you have a great night.
You too. Thanks. Casey, hey, Casey, is that you? Casey's always incognito. He's got burner phones. I'd really love to follow Casey around. I'd film a movie. I just know it. Casey, is that you?
Ronbo, this is the one and only Casey Scrutch. How are you? Ronbo, my brother. Did you know that's my last name, Scrutch? It's a Polish last name.
Yeah.
Skruch. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in this world with my name.
Scrutch?
But anyway.
Casey.
Yeah. Good pronunciation, Ronbo. Just don't call me late for dinner. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, Casey, did you say your last name was Scrutch?
Yes, it is.
I had no idea that you were Polish.
No, I was adopted from Romania, Ronbo. And my father's Polish.
I love it.
Right? Ronbo, you should just you should call BET and VH1 and MTV, and we'll start a new show. It'll be the Ronbo and Casey show.
That's why I like about you Big. So much. There's so much drama and intrigue surrounding you, and then when you come on,
Ronbo, I'm so flattered. I'm so flattered that you take such an interest in my life. I've got the left hook haymaker for you right now. If you want to hear it, man.
Please give it to me.
Talk about drama. Lord have mercy, Ronbo. You know I mentioned my ex a couple times here and there over the years.
Okay.
Man, my ex, she is the love of my life, Courtney, and I hate that we split apart. But I told her in November last year, I said, don't wait until I'm dead. Give me my flowers or I'm getting on this bus and I'm going to San Jose. And she didn't really interpret that in the way that I was imagining. And she had found herself in a horrible, horrible situation here over the last 4 months. She's been living with someone that's abusing her. And so, Ronbo, for the last few months, I've been working with the cybersecurity team and a publisher to publish the crimes that have been committed against her in public record. Mm-hmm. And just yesterday, we got a unanimous vote to raid this motherfucker's house, Ronbo. So literally right now. Yeah, Ronbo.
And
so,
on the strength of your efforts, too. I love it.
And the strength of efforts of a lot of, complete strangers that have, donated and helped. And there's a lot of generous people in this world, Ronbo.
Because, I want to tell you right now, though, you know what I really appreciate about this? Because a lot of times you have a lot of bad things going on, but you seem to be staying above water with it mentally. And this is a joyful moment, something that came out as you would have really appreciated the desired effect. Well, so, congratulations.
Ronbo, it's bittersweet because, literally every day this year, Ronbo, I've watched both my parents die. This is the worst pain I've ever been in to see this progress the way it has. I hate that me and Courtney went our separate ways. I wish that never happened. But plan B is sue a police department for $2 million. So that's where I'm at.
What you need to do is get Courtney, and you guys got to go attend a 49er football game. Preferably when they're going to beat somebody you know damn well they're going to just beat up on. Dang. Casey, well, I got you here, though. Because I'd love to go along with this thing. Because as I say, your life is very.
Yeah, Ronbo, I didn't wait 4 hours on the phone to speak with a grown man and talk about my ex, Ronbo.
It's okay.
I happened to call into the worldwide Ronbo Sports Show, the Reverend Ronbo Sports Show, to talk about the red and gold. But I am obviously, mentally preoccupied, emotionally, spiritually preoccupied, but physically, Ronbo, I am on the phone with you, so you've got 2 minutes with me.
By the way, 49 Brown says prayers to you, player.
Oh, thank you, man. There's been so many great people in the chat over the years. I believe J.C. Tran is one of the people in the chat that always hollers at me, man, and 49er Brian. Man, I sure hope 49er Mike is alive somewhere. But
hey, we're all wondering about him. I've still his old social media places but I get no response. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. But yeah, Ronbo, there's this big window right now. I'm kind of in the dark right now. The last few hours have been pretty hectic. If I wasn't on so much ashwagandha, I don't know how I would be taking this. But thank God for my over-the-counter medications. And I'm at my old gym. I haven't been here in 2 years, and I've literally lost about 100 pounds since I came back here. So a lot of people were happy to see me, and
that's a good thing.
I hit the pool and I hit the jacuzzi tonight, and I just hotboxed the private restroom over here. But anyway, Ronbo, that's not why I called.
Yes. And give me your feeling of 49ers of late. If you enjoy the draft or anything like that.
Ronbo, the draft is pretty much what the entire NFL has become. It's immediately after the Super Bowl. It's about the draft, and it's months of the draft, and then there's, training camp, and now they're trading for George Pickens, and the NFL machine is a perfect, mechanism that feeds itself, and anything that happens is good for the NFL. I feel like Brock Purdy completely changed the draft. The way I look at the draft, I give anybody at any position credit now. Everybody's fast, strong. There's no more 350-pound Vince Wilfork. How many times have I said that, Ronbo? So,
you're right. Players have evolved.
I'm extremely surprised that they just have this hard-on for defensive linemen. I mean, how bad does our offensive line have to be for us to, look at,
it's so true. It's an imbalance.
A right tackle or...
Oh. There's way more great defensive linemen than there is offensive linemen. You're absolutely right.
Well, I get it. But, Ronbo, from a depth chart point of view, it seems like there's a plethora of defensive linemen over the years, and that we are short on offensive linemen. But, John Lynch, Hall of Famer, man, he's defensive-minded, heavy hitter. Why am I not surprised? So I like to see Frank Gore working with players in the off-season. That does my heart good.
Yeah. Frank's a fun guy.
I'd like to see Staley come back as a coach.
Yeah.
And, man, Kyle looks like he's 65 years old. So,
Kyle, I'm wondering, is he going to be all right in 2 or 3 years? If we go to another Super Bowl, misses it, Kyle could just lay down on us and just
maybe not
pass
60.
away. Good God, Kyle.
Yeah,
Case,
maybe not 65, but yeah.
He's 45. You
Anyway.
never be able to tell by looking at him.
Is he really 45 years old, Ronbo?
I know, right?
My God. Oh, my Lord.
Kyle, give
wow.
him a rest.
Well,
Don't
there
take it too
before the
seriously.
grace of God go I, Ronbo. Yeah.
Casey, I'm glad to hear about your
anyway, Ronbo,
good things happening to you, at least for
things always turn around, man, and I feel like simply just because I give a shit so much, God put this in my lap, and I'm really hoping that my life will never be the same, Ronbo. I'd pay $2 million for this and not be real, but anyway, It is real, Ronbo, and hopefully this leads the way for an easier time for other females in such a position down the road.
Case,
and hopefully next time I call you, we talk more about football. So,
but I'm delighted for you, and I'm glad you're on a positive on this too. Casey, love you, man. We'll see you Friday, okay? Hope you got time.
Likewise, Ronbo. Thank you for nursing my spirit, brother. That's why I call in. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you, Ronbo.
You too, Case. Who knew? Some of the things he says sometimes, I've been knowing him forever. I didn't know that. Remember the name Scrutch. Hey, Smooth, get on in there, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Smooth. How you doing, man?
Man, y'all ain't knowing Shanahan hitting that bottle, bro.
Hey, Smooth, you know what? He does look like a guy who's been drinking a lot. I hadn't even thought about that.
Remember they had the coaches meeting?
Yeah.
Remember that? They have it
he
every
was
year.
tore down that day.
Oh, okay. He partied at what you call them? Wedding.
I know.
Who was that? Somebody had a wedding. One of the players had a wedding.
CMC had a wedding.
Attended.
But what party was he was at that he was visibly...
He was up all night because they asked him. He said, I ain't getting no sleep. They said you look tired. He said, I ain't getting no sleep.
Smooth, but if he was Kyle Shanahan, wouldn't you be drinking a lot too?
He been tore up ever since.
I know. Go to 2 Super Bowls and have weird things happen. Go to NFCCG, a couple of weird things happen. Everybody expects you Kyle Shanahan, they make you look like you're a football savant. He's a god. And you go out there and somehow things don't go right. See, that would drive a man to drink.
Bulls. They're trying to hang with them young bulls, turned on to their yak. Can hang. Now he's hooked. He's hooked.
So that's why I don't talk about it too
like
bad.
Water.
Poor guy.
That boy, he could be Santa. He's so great. He could be Santa Claus back up.
I know, and his face is like he's not getting any rest. I said, Kyle, man, you need to chill out, man.
He can shave. He still look old. He looks
really worn out.
As long as he coach, I'm not worried. I'm not tripping.
Well, he loses his temper on the sidelines a lot. That's why I used to get a kick out of Kyle. Say every obscenity known to man, and the camera follows him for a few seconds. I just take the camera off him. Oh God!
Yeah, everybody talking about this. A lot of people that I'm hearing about talked about the Niners front line defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be up there. It's gonna be up there about the top 5, man.
Oh yeah, CJ and Alfred
It's
alone.
gonna be harder than that.
Yes.
We have steals. We have steals, bro. Telling you. Everybody, all the commentators, they saying exactly what I said. Exactly what I said.
I can't wait to see CJ West.
Damn, I should be on TV. Shit.
I think you should.
But yeah, bro. Hey, man,
man.
we are loaded.
And but I worry about the depth, though. Who's going to come in behind these guys? Because the guys, frontline guys, I know they're going to be badass. I just wonder, because I don't want them playing all game long. Drake Jackson may be smooth. You got faith in Drake Jackson?
Drake Jackson, if he, I'm like 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
all it can be. We haven't seen him do
50-50.
anything. Yeah.
Exactly. Haven't seen him do nothing. And so, quiet is kept. Everything's been like hush. But like you say, no news is
He
good
said
news,
something the
so
other day.
maybe he's working out, rehabbing, and
No, he said something. He was on IG. He's all pissed off because he called haters. If y'all think I ain't coming back to wreak havoc, he's all good, Drake. Keep that energy.
I like that fire. I like that fire.
Know?
Yeah, I like that. Because of everybody that we draft, it's hitters and dogs, bro.
Yeah.
We getting back to our identity now.
That's it. And
One season, everybody.
Big-ass people.
We won 6 games. One season. How many seasons have we had losing season?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? We the most hated. We the most hated, but it's all right though.
6-11.
It's all right.
It looked like that since 2020.
Killers don't talk, bro. We're killing silence.
Yeah.
And on the field, so hey, I'm not even worried about it. But yeah. Oh yeah, look out for Dre Moss. I mean, not Dre Moss. Oh my God, that Drew Moss from Colorado State. 6'4", 300.
Yeah, are you looking at UDFA?
98.
Oh yeah, Colorado.
He's from Colorado State. Yeah. We have him too. Yeah, undrafted steal.
Can he play? He's a steal?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where are you going to put him though? Is you going to put him in a guard? You going to put him in a tackle?
He can play guard. He can play both guard positions. So for a center, I don't know about that, but I know he played both on Colorado State.
See, because I want somebody to come in and compete with McKivitz. If we could improve on that right guard, right tackle, man, that would be a plus. McKivitz had enough polish though. He smooth. He might be not bad this year.
Hey man, he's gonna get pushed because Niners ain't messing around, bro. Let's put up and shut up, for real. That's it, because Jed already spoke.
I know.
I'm spending more big money. No, the book is
no
closed.
no returns.
So,
no positive returns.
To 2026. And, yeah, but who else do we have here?
Was that you telling me about Siegel as well?
Back.
Yeah, Marquise Siegel.
Oh, yeah, the safety.
Is that DPU?
Safety out of, yeah, Kentucky.
Kansas State.
I mean, Kansas State. I mean, yeah.
He's pretty light in the pants. He's only got 160 pounds on him.
But he can hit, and he flies to the ball. He can hit. He's straight dog, bruh. I'm telling you, don't worry about the size, because if you see them working out, did you see Upton tape workout that he have out?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Hey, where are you seeing that?
Oh,
I guess you just Google his name.
Go on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at his workout, bro. He's sticky. Tight.
I like that.
I mean, he's the receiver he's running with. He's running with him, breaking before he breaks. Bro.
Oh, anticipation.
I already knew about him, though. I already knew about him. But see, everybody going by the names. Don't go by the names. Go by the product. You know what they put on the field.
And go take a look at it, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be a good one too. But we're gonna be good, bro.
Smooth around the clock. Always appreciate you getting in there, Smooth. That's why I always call your name the first thing I do when I get in here. No, you sounded good too. Let me see you Friday.
Okay, Friday. All right, faithful. All right, y'all take care.
You too,
All
Smooth.
right, Steph. All right, shout out to the Steph. All right.
Appreciate you, fam. Nice, Smooth.
Appreciate you. I'm out.
Thank you, fam. Hey, yo, E.
Yo, Ronbo, you came at the right time.
How come? You got the pizza just got here, didn't it?
Hello?
Yeah.
No, because I want to say, yo, Smooth, you sound great.
Don't he?
I
Smooth said
swear
he-
to God, like I'm listening to this man. I'm just like, yo, like, wow, like, life is good. Life is good, man.
Yes, indeed. Don't ever want to hear it. Stop hearing that voice either.
Yes, sir. And if you want to be on TV, Smooth, I'm sorry to cut you off, Ronbo.
No, go ahead.
I want to try to get a website started off right before or right after Ronbo, where we talk about 49ers.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Man, because
And,
the
you know,
49ers
hopefully-
provide so much to talk about at all times, it seems. Even our failures are a topic of conversation because we have those epic fails, ones we have no business even having. Anyway, ain't way in hell we're supposed to lose both them Super Bowls. We were leading in both games. In the fourth quarter. Damn it.
You know, I told you one more thing. Well, I don't want to keep putting this out, but like I said, his demeanor, Cal, is a little different. You can see it. Like I said, I'm 50 years old, and I don't look like that. You can see my picture.
Kyle it's wearing him out, Smooth. I mean, it's wearing him out. When he does his press conferences, he just looks like he ain't slept in 3 days. Man.
And I swear to God, he got an attitude.
Oh, don't he? Don't ask him the wrong question.
In the building.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like, yo, this man got like a demeanor where it's not.
Might not be healthy.
It's not healthy. That's the word for it. But
he just needs to win a Super Bowl.
Like I said, it's going to be hard to win with rookies.
Yeah. You may have the perfect mix, though. We still got a number of veterans at key positions where the rookie can just facilitate right now as he matures. Because you got CMC at running back. I got a couple of wide receivers for offense goes. My defense is not sorry. The defensive line, boy, that's all babies, ain't it? Boy, that's little boys. You know what? There were some big little boys, though.
Question marks, though. Everything you said was question marks. Our wide receivers is question marks. I don't know why we don't think that.
No, elaborate.
Question mark.
No, why receivers question marks?
Debo and Brandon is out for the first 6 games at least. So now we got a thing. Now we got CMC who hasn't hit the field since that last game, and we only got Kittle. So Jawan is different because he's going to get the number 1 cornerback.
They are going to shift up on him, aren't they? See, we don't know what Ricky Pearsall is going to do, and that's the question mark you're talking about, though, right?
Yes, sir. It's all question marks. We don't know yet, especially 3 and 4. The wide receivers 3 and 4.
Yeah, we got a couple more guys that are going to play. Junior Bergen, I don't know about him.
All question marks. Junior Bergen should be a kick return, I think. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to make nothing else.
Because he's got to learn how to run Kyle's offense. Kyle asks a lot of his receivers. That could be a problem.
And that's what I hate when we keep saying that. We got to learn Kyle. Kyle needs to learn his offense to the players, not the players on the We keep doing it backwards. Oxymoron. About that? Like, nah.
Yes. Look at that player and figure out how you're going to apply his strengths to what you want to do. But don't just tell him he's got to come out of his shell and do like I tell you to do.
Do what I tell you to do. Shakur Sanders. Like, there's a lot of things in this little thing where we'll throw up, but it's a lot of things where do what I say, boy, or you're going to be in the doghouse.
Mm-hmm. And he's proven he'll do that, too. BA, for the first – BA didn't play. You can tell him Shanahan had all kind of problems. BA was playing a couple of minutes here and sit down. And then they finally had a falling out. BA's that kind of player, though. You can tell, look, I need to talk to you, Coach. What? I ain't playing. What's up?
Well, maybe 12
I bet he did that.
Word up. Like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? Like, it ain't going down like that. Like, you can ship me up out of here or put me on the field.
But, every receiver doesn't have that kind of personality. Well, what am I saying? Yes, they do. Well, most of them don't have the nerve to jump into a coach's face like that. No, that's wrong too. They all do.
Yeah.
Receivers
It's
are
a
the biggest
different life
divas,
now, like-
but all of them are
Yeah.
J-Lo Jr. God, man.
Yeah. They got attitudes. Like I said, these are 6'3", 6'4", athletic people probably. They're not small people.
And they're game changers, and they always have been. If they played whatever position from the beginning, yeah, people always, oh, you were that good today, that game, you were so good. And then they get to this level, yeah, I get paid $80 million a year just so my team can win.
Yes.
I am the reason why we win. Boy, will you sit down and hush. Because, see, I don't blame Blake Tomlin. Pickens was probably like that. Got ran out of town.
I like Tomlin.
Tomlin don't put up with
I
that
think
stuff.
Pickens might be like that because he got some issues to get rid of him like that. He got issues.
He is. Hey, E, you probably know. What is that badass that they had about 4 years ago? Tomlin let him go too. Oh, I wanted him in the draft so bad. Huh?
Who, Wallace?
Was that his name? No, this kid was just drafted. He was just drafted, as I say, about 4 seasons back. He looked like the guy looked like a physical specimen in the draft. Lean, mean, cut up fast. He was a badass. And he led the league for a few weeks until all of a sudden something went wrong in Pittsburgh. And he got shipped out. And I don't know where he is now.
Chase Claypool.
Claypool! Thank you, Ellis.
There we go, sir.
What happened to Claypool?
There we go, sir.
Man.
It's a mental thing. Like, you got to understand, these people are so young. If you get them $1 million, they can blow their mind. Give them 30 or 40.
And then they get stupid. And
like
DK Metcalf lost his mind.
Alden Smith, all of them.
Damn, we ran the clock. Hey, we got to go, fam. I tell you what, it'll be Friday, and let's pick it up where we left off.
No doubt. Ronbo Sports all day. Niner Nation, Niner Empire, all of it. I'm going to try to get this sports thing up, so please talk to everybody if we could. No surrender, no retreat. Coming to you soon.
Love it.
Let's go, Ronbo.
All righty. Got it. My support.
Love
right,
you,
fam.
Ronbo. Let's go.
Love you back, fam.
Niner Nation.
All right.
Niner Nation. See you Friday.
All right, fam. Looking forward to it.
No doubt.
And Chase Claypool. I mean, a lot of us were talking about, man, 49ers can pick Claypool up. Ain't no way in hell we're going to get Claypool. See, now you wonder, it's a good thing we didn't get Claypool. Ellis.
Ronbo.
Claypool. Ellis, imagine you, Tom.
Yeah.
AB, Claypool, Pickens. That's why, at some point else, if you're a coach like Tom, legendary coach, you tell them dudes, look, I don't know who you think you're messing with here, but my name is blah, blah, blah. And I don't take that. I'm going to tell you right now, I got one more time to hear that, and you be on your way. I bet you Tomlin has to have that conversation with some of those guys every now and then. People come in and just think they can talk to Tomlin any kind of way or do whatever they want to. That's crazy.
Well, you see they just sent out George Pickens.
Dallas.
The Cowboys.
Yeah.
So,
I thought that dude was there for the duration. That's a bad boy. Tomlin said ain't nobody that much a bad boy. Wow. Anyway.
Yeah. Now they're talking about maybe Brandon might be on his way out now that they got some room available over here in Pittsburgh.
What do you want for him from Pittsburgh? Draft picks?
It depends on when he's projected to come back. If he's not supposed to be coming back till week 8,
they said
I don't even see it
moving faster.
I don't see any point. I don't see any point in shipping him. Yeah, well, that's what they're saying, but
that's true. You never know what they're telling the truth.
He ain't coming. He tore his knee up. It wasn't just a small ACL.
Oh, it hurt.
You know what I'm saying? He messed it up in a few different, the meniscus and some other things. I think he tore. I mean, he blew the whole, the whole thing. You seen it?
Oh God! Oh.
Yeah, tore his shit up. So he's not coming back in week 1. It would be a miracle if he came back before week 5 I don't see him coming back until week 8. And like I said, it's going to take him like 2 or 3 games to produce, to actually be able to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he was playing like shit without being injured when he first came back after doing the contract negotiation bullshit and not working out, what kind of shape do you think he's going to be in football-wise, and what do you think his knee is going to be able to sustain, you know, kind of come in and play NFL speed football?
I wouldn't play.
So it's just,
we're paying him too much money.
Logic.
He might get to pay, if we make it to the playoffs and he got about 4 or 5 games in, he just come in, I'm a snap
just
count.
sit his ass out. Yeah, sit his ass down. Let him not come in until week 10. I mean, there's no point in trying to rush him back. Go get somebody in the meantime. Go grab, you know, Gabriel Davis or something, you know, for a little reasonable amount. You know, he's a big, strong target. I don't know what his production was like, but I know they kind of run a weird offense in Buffalo. I think he was just actually in was he with the Jags or something? Is that right?
Yeah,
he's with the Jaguars, from what I understand. So yeah, maybe he just wasn't really getting. He wasn't in the right offense, you know, the right system.
You about Chase, right? Yeah, because
No, I'm talking about Gabriel Davis.
Oh yeah.
Gabe Davis just got released from the Jaguars.
Really?
No, he played with Josh Allen in the Bills a couple of years ago, and he was looking good over there. So
I know you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe Davis. He was when Mahomes and Allen was going blow for blow in that playoff game where they just was going back and forth, you know, throwing touchdowns back and forth, that slugfest. Gabe Davis was a part of that. He was a part of that, and he was a major part of that offense that year.
But they got rid of him. It always amazes me when they get rid of people, especially if there's a good player.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's his name was a problem. What's his name? He went to Texas. His brother plays for the Dallas Cowboys, defensive back.
Quandre Diggs or
no.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon.
Stephon.
I gotta feel Stephon's a really pain in the ass. If you're a coach, you probably don't really like to, and the whole team wanted to get him out of it. So you know. Anyway, Alice, what do you think about the 49ers? Because we're gonna run out of time here in a minute.
As far as what? Are we looking?
We were talking about, please don't ever make the mistake again of taking a whole draft and getting every last pick wrong, because it'll come back to haunt you. The 2022 draft was the biggest disaster. I mean, that may be one of the worst drafts the 49ers have ever had in the history of the franchise, where every last one of them, except for one, is worth a damn. Brock Purdy came in 2022. He was the last man picked in the draft. Coakley, the name Mr. Irrelevant is the best guy in this draft. Ooh. Yeah. And that's what I say. They could have got Kyle and John could have got fired, but Brock saved him.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't think our draft is going to be as bad as that was that year by any stretch.
No.
I think the defense, I think we'll be a top 5 defense. I mean, if I'm just kind of eyeballing and, you know, considering we got, of course, you know, Robert Saleh back in the building, and, you know, we got, what's his name?
Gus Bradley.
Who is it? Was it Schneider? Or who is that came in?
You about coaches?
That guy that used to coach for the Seahawks, who was coached with Saleh over there.
Gus Bradley,
Brian. Why the hell I say Schneider? Yeah, Gus.
Yeah.
So they got Gus Bradley. I think them two together, you know, with these additions, and then what we already have, I think our defense is going to be is right now is underrated. I think we got a surprise for the league. Yes, we did. You know, we did reach a little bit on some of these picks. There was some other guys I think we could have, you know, utilized a little bit more. I don't agree with the quarterbacks, with that quarterback they picked up. I would have rather them gotten Riley Leonard, you know, who ended up going to Indianapolis. He broke the record for rushing touchdowns over there at Notre Dame. You know, they played in the bowl, and that boy's nasty. Riley Leonard, he will, you know, everybody look out for him. But you know, we'll be all right, man. Look, y'all keep an eye on this tight end. I saw a video the other day. he looks like he's going to be something special. His name is Brooks Johnson out of Coastal Carolina. Y'all go follow him and watch some of his tape. I caught, a couple of moves with him in training camp and what he's doing. He's a big boy, and his ass moves like a wide receiver. He looked like he's going to be done nice. So hopefully we can try to make up for that lack of tight end, that we haven't been able to really hit on the last couple of years, and maybe scoop him next time around. We'll see. But remember that name, man.
Hopefully.
Brooks Johnson.
Because George can't play much longer. All right, fam. I'm going to see you Friday.
He'll be all right. Yeah. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the platform.
Appreciate you, Ellis.
Shout out production. Shout out all the family. Y'all hit that like and subscribe. You know where you at. Wipe your feet. Shout out Tony, Tone, Donut, Tanisha, Frank, Show, Dragon Family, Brian, Stephen, Casey, and Emilio, and Bethel. And y'all know what it is, man. It's all right.
All right, Ellis.
All right.
All right, fam.
Hey, Ronbo, right, Ronbo. Ijani just hit her second back-to-back home run. She hit one on Thursday, and then she hit another one. Saturday, and she hit another one yesterday. The game-winning home run in the last inning, dude.
I love it.
She's going crazy. Yeah, check out the video. I'm gonna tag you in it so you can check it out.
All right,
fella.
Love it.
All right, peace.
Hi, fam.
All right.
Tony ATL.
Ronbo, good evening. How you doing?
Tony, every time I see a transaction I don't appreciate around the league, I always think about you. When I saw Pickens on his way to Dallas, it really bothered me. I said, Pickens is a good
Don't let
player.
him, Ronbo. He whines and cries in Pittsburgh. He fits right in where he's going now. Sideshow suckers ass.
I'm trying to understand. Okay, man, how come y'all, Coach Tomlin? You could have sent him anywhere with Dallas. Him and CeeDee Lamb could be a problem. But you know what?
Coach Tomlin got a third-round pick in return too.
I know, right? Hey, but Schottenheimer? What kind of coach is he?
He's been a coordinator, Ronbo. That's all I don't know. Marty Schottenheimer's son.
Yeah.
He's never been a head coach.
So he's
just offensive coordinator throughout the years.
Yeah, so he probably got too much thrown in his lap. You need to be a certain kind of coach. If you're not Belichick or there's so many Andy Reid. You need to be a certain kind of coach to deal with these kind of head cases like Pickens. And I was talking about Chase Claypool a little while ago. I said, whatever happened to Chase Claypool? He came into Pittsburgh and he was just raising hell. And all of a sudden, he became...
Went to Chicago, did squat. Went to Miami, did squat. Now he's out of the league.
He's out of the league already even. Makes no sense. Man.
Him, Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon could play. Le'Veon just...
Antonio Brown, he, piggybacked off of Tampa and got a Super Bowl, but he's really messed up his career too. They all,
where is
he do all that talking and squawking and me, I want my money, which you going to get your money, but it's the way you do it.
But you
end up being out of the league. You get traded a couple times, you're going to be out.
Right, and putting the ownership on blast all the time. Where is AB right now?
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything from him.
He's out of the league,
Don't know where he is. I just hope he's okay because I know he's probably got that PTSD. So I hope he's all right.
Yeah, because Tony,
yes, I do.
You mentioned that. Sometimes I wonder if players have had too many jolts to the head. It's why they act out in a way that makes no sense. But these youngsters just coming in.
Ronbo, on some football news, I'm going to tell you this.
What's that?
Because I hadn't talked to you in a minute. The last 3 of the last 4 years, 2022, the Green Bay Packers drafted 3 wide receivers. 2023, they drafted 2. They didn't draft none last year. They drafted 2 this year. When they drafted Matthew Golden out of Texas in the first round, that told me right there Christian Watson's going to get cut.
If you didn't know this story, Tony loves him some Christian Watson. He just knows that Watson is about to become an Atlanta Falcon.
Well, I don't know that. He might become a San Francisco 49er.
I don't know. 49ers, Christian needs a block. Is he a blocker? Kyle's got a thing about that.
I don't know.
See, because the games I've seen him, all I've seen is Christian Watson flashing downfield, wide open because he's fast, he's long, he's if you're going to make a prototype, Tony, it looks, for a wide receiver, it looks like Christian Watson. Long, fast, is going to win at the peak of the leap. He's rangy.
If he can just stay healthy. If he's healthy, he's golden. You know that. But if he can he's been consistently unhealthy year after year after year.
I know. Every time we played him, I think Christian was missing. I remember we played,
He reminds me of Randy Moss a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he's got the credentials. He's got the skill set.
He's got the same build.
Yeah. So
definitely got the speed of Randy Moss.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He is Randy Moss reincarnated, but he just can't. I can't reincarnate with second coming up. He just can't stay on the field. A lot of good football players like that, Tony. Great ball players, but they just can't stay on the field.
Yeah, but Ronbo, you know as well as I do. We talk about this every year. Training camp gets here. It's going to be some good football players not making that last cut that teams can pick up, like if they got a need, like for an offensive lineman, or like in our case, a center. But I like the undrafted free agent. We got that kid out of Oregon State. He was graded as the third best center in the league. Only 2 centers got drafted in the whole entire draft, and
that's crazy.
we got one of the good ones in the as an undrafted free agent.
That's really, you're right though. Tony, you make a choice. Some of these players are going to get cut. The team made a choice between that player and another good player. This player is not necessarily a bad player, but we're going to choose this one over because I'll leverage him just a little bit. But now, how many offensive linemen do you ever think could ever be possible? If you're a good offensive lineman, people hold on to you like crazy.
Yeah, that's true, but you got that numbers game too. They say, are we going to keep him, or are we going to go with the young guy? Because we're pretty set on the offensive line. Let's go with the young guy, see what he got, and go ahead and release whoever.
I also noticed where the 49ers actually, Michael was not the first choice they had. They wanted an offensive lineman. They swept those up really quickly. They actually did, according to John Lynch. But then they got really desperate. Said, now we're going to have to trade up to get Michael. And they didn't have to. Michael dropped down to the 11th pick. But John Lynch was losing his mind thinking they weren't going to get him. I guess Robert Saleh completely sold him on Williams. So,
I wanted him. I wanted Michael Williams, but I was surprised that Jalen Walker shouldn't have fell to 15. When he fell to 15, I said, Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
And we took him, his teammate.
Tony, you guys got any cornerback, defensive back problems?
Oh, Ronbo, we're deep at defensive back. Now we got A.J. Terrell, the former first rounder Mike Hughes, who was the number 2 last year. We re-signed D. Alfred, our nickel, on the 1-year contract. We got, what's that kid's name? Clark Phillips, who we drafted in the 4th round 2 years ago out of Utah. He's been battling D. Alford for that nickel spot. We signed as an undrafted free agent Kobe Bryant. Who else we also got? And we drafted 2 safeties this year. We're gonna have some competition in camp at corner and at safety.
Yeah, you don't. As I was saying, V. Smitty pointing out Asante's out there. It's really weird to see Asante Samuel, who was really regarded as one of the best.
There's an NFL Network report that he's gonna sign with you guys.
Yeah, no, they're already putting him on us. But I haven't heard anything from the 49ers yet. I was watching that too. But
I don't know how much he wants.
Oh, well, see, that's the thing.
I'm surprised, and I've been talking about him. I am shocked that Amari Cooper has not signed with anybody. The guy can still play.
They wouldn't throw him the ball in Buffalo. I'm saying, Asante makes plays.
He was balling in Cleveland before they traded him.
Yeah.
And he balled the year before. I wouldn't mind the Falcons getting him, but the Falcons don't want to upset their chemistry because Darnell Mooney did prove to be a good number 2. He would have had 1,000 yards. He had 970 yards. He missed the last 3 games because of injury.
You know,
he would have had his 1,000 yards.
That's isn't it crazy? Because the thing is, we were going to make that trade. Cleveland was going to trade the 49ers, Amari, and y'all take BA, please. And I was, I like that deal. And then BA, no, I ain't
Somebody's
going
to pick him up, though, Ronbo. You know how it is. Training camp.
Yeah.
Somebody goes down. Somebody's going to swipe him up.
Yeah. They make him wait till the last minute because you don't have to pay him so much because it looks like he's going to get overlooked.
Exactly.
But when we were getting ready to get Amari Cooper, I wasn't mad at that at all. BA, it was real, bruh. Good luck to you.
Oh, he would help y'all receiving corps.
Oh, God, yes. And in more ways than once. He would show people how to be professional, and he'd also be out there contributing. You know? So, yeah.
Texas boy was in here earlier running this trap. He's gone now.
No, he does that. He makes his cameos. I know.
Receiving corps in the
Him
NFC
and Rudy.
West. I said, well, the Cowboys got the worst defense in the NFC.
Hey, why do you say that? Because I'm wondering, they lost a couple of people, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. Armstrong, Doris Armstrong went to Washington.
What's that?
They lost, who's that guy? DeMarcus
Lawrence.
Lawrence went
They
to
lost
Seattle.
Lawrence.
He's bookends with Ronbo. Y'all going to have to deal with Lawrence on one end and Leonard Williams on that other in Seattle, man. Y'all going to have to deal with that.
Yo. Oh, no. I forgot about that. I knew somebody left for Dallas. I didn't know where they went. That's good.
Marcus Lawrence, yeah, he went to Seattle to play on the opposite side of Leonard Williams.
Oh,
man, I wanted Leonard Williams in the draft. I wanted him everywhere he went. But the Falcons never went out to get him.
Leonard went just ahead of DeForest Buckner. They were considered kind of equal in the draft that year, I remember. And Leonard went first into the Jets. Wait, the Jets, right?
You know, Seattle re-signed him to big money a year ago, so he ain't going nowhere. Y'all going to have to deal with them, Ronbo, both of them.
I know. I've already said they look like they're making their way back into contention. And in the Cardinals, you know how I have a thing about the Cardinals. Because every year everybody said, man, don't worry about the Cardinals. They beat our ass last year twice.
The Cardinals got some good young players. They got that defensive tackle out of Mississippi that I thought you guys were going to draft. The Cardinals drafted them in the first round.
God, Tony, we got to talk about it.
And the Cardinals drafted that corner, Will Johnson, out of Michigan in the second round. He slipped to the second round, and the Cardinals snatched him up.
I know. Tony, we got to go. And Friday, let's do this again. I was sitting there, I was worried about players and I forgot what time it was. But Tony.
Colin Cowherd, I heard you earlier, Ronbo. He's calling y'all.
Tony, okay, yeah, okay. Tony, production wants us out. It's getting late. So we'll talk about Cowherd. I talked about it already, you're right. So anyway, fam, we're going to roll, and I'll see you Friday. Let's see what else happens. Too bad the schedule's not coming out this Friday. We got another week to go for that. But yeah. All right, fam. Appreciate the contributions, and good night. Smooth! Can't wait to hear from you Friday, fam. Don't forget to subscribe. Niners!